earliest recording I've done
So
with the podcast.
there I was, barbecue sauce on my titties.
What kind of barbecue sauce?
Not the Wendy's kind, because that just roll off.
Oh man, no. I'm thinking like sweet bourbon, Baby Ray's.
Baby Ray's, yeah.
That's just thick.
I guess apparently McDonald's has changed their barbecue too, because now Jordan hates it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
It's so weird because to me, barbecue sauce is typically thick, and so the moment I decided to put I got this cool sauce I really love. I think it's like a brown sugar hickory or something like that. Bourbon brown sugar, thank you. And so I'm like, oh man, this is great. I'm just gonna put a little bit on. Problem is though, it's like melted butter. Like that's the viscosity.
It's more like a marinade kind of barbecue.
Yeah, I didn't know those existed. I do now. I do fucking know.
Yeah. But anyway.
All right. Usually this is where I say, any tangents or take less drink, less vape, but only one of us vapes. Oh, you okay?
Yeah. It just didn't crack.
Hangouts on Air is going away August 1st. Okay, so we have about 3 more episodes before we got to switch.
I had to reinstall Chrome because apparently they won't let you do Hangouts on Firefox.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't worry. Next month, that'll change. Hey,
Chrome
Nick's
started.
in the chat.
Oh, I guess I could open up YouTube. Chrome started.
Yeah, I can throw it in here. That way you can grab it. What's up? Chrome started what?
Chrome started blocking API access, and so ad blocker stopped working, and then I switched.
Oof.
But yeah. I look like shit. Get this image out of here. No, not me. All right, there we go.
You look like shit. Okay,
I do.
That's fair.
My hair is all sweaty. I promise it's not oil. I took a shower earlier. I was at Jordan's soccer game this morning.
You make a fucking great mohawk.
All right, ready? I won't be able to hear you for a minute. Okay.
So there I was with Honey Barbecue. Oh, he's going for the mohawk. With what?
There, how's it look?
Oh, that's what he said. I was making fun of him.
It's not working. It doesn't stay. Oh. We'll style it this way. All right.
Ooh.
There, now it's not so much of a piece of shit.
Now you look like a radio host a year in the job.
Oh, here we go. We'll I got one more.
One more. Oh, what is he doing? Ooh. Is this the Superman look? The Clark Kent?
Yeah, the Clark Kent, the 1970s look.
Yeah, you look like a... Oh, God. I'm sorry for saying this. You look like Edward Cullen who drank too much of the cow.
Fair enough. I turned on surround sound.
Yeah, the sexy look, but the puffy cheeks give it away.
I didn't even shave. I've been a real piece of shit lately. Like, as far as, I don't want to say hygiene goes, because like I've showered and stuff, but
right. No, I totally understand that this humidity and stuff has like fucked me over royally because I already sweat, enough already, but the humidity, as a fat guy, is just a fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah. I need to lose some weight too, but that's the story for another time.
I was gonna say we all can say that. Hell, I'm pretty sure even my podcast friend Nick, who is not fit, but he's definitely doing like 5 times better than me right now. I'm sure he would say he could lose some weight.
Is he thick with a C?
Double C. Yeah, I'm gonna say, he is dummy thick.
Sorry, I want to start this podcast, but my ass cheeks keep interrupting the audio.
Yeah, I don't know how they keep getting in the way. I'm just sitting down, but they keep hoisting me up.
Here. What the fuck is that?
Trying to get myself gout. Trying to thin out.
All right. Well, I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, let's do this. Let's see. 10-second pause after I get a nice vape and I don't.
Yeah, my internet's only died like 2 times today, so we should be fine. It's a new record. Oh, 1 second.
Motherfuck.
What? My keys? Yeah. You can't interrupt me though for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sorry. Love you. I need a recording light.
Wow, that was I mean, it's perfect timing at the very least.
Right, better than later.
Imagine me starting the intro and like within 30 seconds that happened.
No, she knows. She's like apologizing. I don't know if you heard her, but she has to move her truck. And so
right.
My car is blocking it. Yep. Now I'm ready. Oh wait, let me check one more thing real quick, just in case.
Yeah.
I want to check the battery level on my headset. All right, I'm good.
Yeah, I did. I just like,
I saw you do that, and it made me think of it.
I'm playing Stardew on the TV, so I never use the headset anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, mercy. That's going to be great audio. All right. Good?
Yeah, just sweaty.
All right. Let's get sweaty. Holy shit, it's hot out. Hello, everybody. This is Casually Master Quest, because apparently I put casually instead of casual Master Quest on the show notes. Sure, this is the Casually Master Quest, episode number 57, coming to you hot today.
Hello.
I'm your host. Hi.
I don't know how things go. Sorry. Oh wait, how does he sound like? Good eye, mate. Ah, shit. Wrong one.
Good eye, mate.
Good eye, mate.
Man. Did he give a good shot?
Oh, I shot that deer, eh?
You shot them from 200 yards. Good eye, mate.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your intro.
No, it's okay. I'm your host, Tyler Vidito. As I'm sure you can hear, Nick is out of town, getting ready to explore, representing the joys that is. Well, he's out of country.
He's out of country, isn't he? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's gone.
Yeah, he's fucking gone. He is over in Guardian Con over in Florida, hopefully enjoying himself. All his Facebook posts, you check in like during a natural disaster. It's like Nick is feeling safe, except it was TSA, so he got through just fine. So I'm happy for him, and hopefully we'll see him next week with all sorts of good stuff. However, Brandon is here.
I am here.
You are here. I
have no fear, for I am here.
What would be your superhero name?
Fat Man.
Okay, I'll be your sidekick, Butterboy, then.
One of my favorite superhero concepts that I read, and I'd love to do something about for this, is he was Placebo Man. So his superpowers were whatever people believed he had. So he was kind of like he had to work with that. So like if people believed he was bulletproof, he would be bulletproof. And the short story that I read for it, the doctor that he was fighting against gave his lackeys a special bullet that could penetrate his skin. And so, like, the guy was actually being shot. And he was like, well, I have that, but I knew it would come to this one day. So I had my doctor, and he pulled out, like, this little vial of liquid. He's like, I had my guys work on this, which renders everything bulletproof. And so he drank it. And then obviously it was better writing than that, but he drank it, and then the people believed that he was bulletproof again, so the bullets didn't work.
Well, I mean, did he die from his injuries regardless? Because he did get shot.
I think in the story, like, he got shot in the shoulder.
Okay. We'll say, I also regenerated like Wolverine.
Maybe that's what it was, health regeneration, and so it just healed him. But basically, he was going through, and, like, he'd leave, like, a logo of a cat somewhere, which made people think that the superhero Black Cat was there, which gave him the powers of this cat hero.
Nice.
And so, it was really cool.
So if you wanted to impersonate, say, Superman, and you looked hella convincing, he could totally have Superman powers in this situation.
Yeah. If someone just thought, like, man, I think that's Superman, and all of a sudden, like, whew, and you're ready to
go. Okay.
But anyway, good deal. Yeah, I've always thought that was a cool concept.
Yeah, shout out to Nick. I just wanted to give Nick some love because he almost ended Casual Master Quest.
Why's that?
I know, right? That's my first thought. I had the think about that too. So, not to throw shade while he can't defend himself, because he'll definitely do that next week. So, fun story. Nick loves numbers, as anybody does. I like numbers going up. I like seeing numbers too. And so Nick was curious as to whether or not that, how are the stats of Casual Master Quest doing? So he's like, I want access to the Podbean. I'm like, okay. He's like, what's the password? I'm 300 miles away from my password list. You're going to have to wait. I think it might be this. I remember what it is now exactly, but I changed it since then. So he was like, okay, I'll just try, so many variants of it until the account locks. I'm like, so like 2 minutes later, I get an email saying your account has been locked. I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. Fast forward 4 or 5 days later when I'm trying to get on, I'm like, oh shit, the account is locked. And I start typing in stuff, and then all of a sudden I get a notification above it. Instead of saying, your password's incorrect or all that, it says your account has expired.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I was confused. It's like, why isn't this working? And then, I flashed back 4 days. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I can just see it anime style, like, son of a bitch.
I seriously. Oh, I was trying to go to bed at that point because, I was just finishing editing the episode. And I'm like,
just sit straight up in your bed. Just, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. And so I am trying to do the steps because it sends me a link in the email. So I was like, okay, this will fix it. So I click on the link and it was like, the link has expired.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, okay, the link has expired. Send me another one. Well, yeah, sure. You got to sign in, though. Or at least, it won't send me another one for retrying. So I'm like, okay, I'll send a ticket. Yeah, sure. You could totally do that. But if you want to look at the ticket, you have to be signed in. And I'm like, so I'm Googling, how do I fix this motherfucking shit? And it's like, just, click on the link that it sends you when your account goes locked. I'm like, you expired it. I can't fix this. So eventually I send a ticket and I say in all caps, I was like, I'm sorry for all caps. I cannot see this message. Send me what I need to do in the email. For the love of God, I'll suck you a dick. And
of course it worked.
Yes, it actually did within about 45 minutes. I went from like having a meltdown trying to play Stardew Valley with Amanda, which I'll talk about later, to getting an email saying, well, it's not how we're supposed to do it, but you can do a password reset and it'll resend you a link to fix that. I'm like, okay, sure. I'm totally okay with that. Cool. Fixed it. Everything was good to go. And then Nick swore up and down he'll never look at statistics ever again.
See, that's completely different than what I had interpreted.
Why? What?
When I saw stop or trying to stop Nick from ending Casual Master Quest, I thought Nick was just like, "Hey, I'm done." I was like,
yeah,
well,
fuck it, peace.
Like, I know it's hard to find people who are committed to it, so I was like, "Oh, that sucks." But
Nick is the kind of guy that, especially with Casual Master Quest, like I'll go down with the burning ship kind of mentality,
right?
Which I respect. I'd like to think that's a good idea because I'm here too. Jeez.
Go
ahead.
And then when you were saying something about Nick liking numbers, my next thought was, what, does he just want to stop the show when you get to show 69 or something? And just be done with it?
Yep. I've tried to convince him 420, man. Come on, at least.
Right?
I'm gonna say that only take us like 9 years. Yeah. That only a year and a half.
I was thinking days, so yeah, 50. Yeah.
If we released a 2-minute clip every day, we could get the episode 420. Maybe our numbers would go up too. People would be downloading our shit.
You've got to upload them in segmented order. So like it's one full episode in 10-minute chunks.
Got the pre-show.
Part 3 is day 1. Part 8 is day 2. Part 3, 2 and 1 are day. Yeah.
What's this? Final Fantasy segments?
You got to put them together.
How's your week been like, man?
My week?
Yeah, your week.
My week's been good. Been working again at Domino's, managing fun stuff. But it's a low volume store, so like half the time I'm just sitting there, which is nice. And I actually get to get my prep done. And my general manager actually shows up to work on time, so It's been going good for me so far.
Oh, okay. You said that they do show up on
They
time.
do show up on time.
Okay, so
They
you were
actually show up
complimenting them.
early.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, we're about to say your opinions are your own and all that shit. I'm like, okay, no, he's talking good of them. That's good. That's good.
And then there is one problem with my GM though. She
Uh-oh.
had surgery to have a benign tumor removed out of her head. So she's out of work. She's been out for 2 weeks now, and recovery's another 2 weeks or so. So I have been working like a lot these last couple weeks, and that was the thing they were saying, like, you know, we're going to move you down to. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be working Monday through Thursday, so I have Sundays off again.
Oh,
yeah.
Are we about to pull Ghoul out of retirement? Are you thinking of maybe trying something new? I mean, no pressure. If you say I'm still gone, let's say I don't need the.
I've got.
I didn't mean to immediately try dragging you back into our D&D thing.
But yeah, so I'll be hopefully doing that soon. But as it is now, I'm working 6 days a week for about 10-hour days, and I had today and yesterday off, so that's my relaxation. Then I'll do it for another week, and hopefully she'll be good when she gets back. But yeah, work has been a lot. But like I said, I got yesterday off, so can't complain.
Good deal. Good deal. Have you seen anything for the 4th of July yet? And this is Independence Day weekend for us.
So I worked Thursday till about 8 o'clock.
Hey, me too, except the 8 o'clock part.
Yeah, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it was a long day. And then I get a call from my sister that says, hey, we're over at the high school here. You should come by and come see the fireworks with us in Jordan. I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. I get there. There is no parking. Like, they asked me to stop and get some food and a jug of water and everything. It's like, yeah, that's fine. So I got there like 8:30. No parking whatsoever. There was a church that was offering free parking. You had to take one of their pamphlets or whatever and put it in your car.
Say you got to come to church on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, sure, of course.
They'll see me. But ended up parking there. It was like 5 blocks away. So I'm carrying this pizza, a couple 2 liters, and a jug of water. Well, as I'm walking 3-4 blocks away, my arms were just so sore afterwards.
You poor thing.
So I finally get there, and I get to the high school, and I asked them, I was like, all right, where's everybody at? Because Brooklyn came and met me it was about a block away and helped me out. But she's like, oh, they're over on the other side of the school. I was like, okay. So we walked another like half a mile to the other field, and we get there, and there's about half an hour before the fireworks start. I'm there like 9:20. They start at 9:50.
Good.
And we're sitting there. Right. Sitting there having a good time, enjoying it, eating pizza, joking around. The fireworks started with 5 minutes. Jordan's just like, nope, I don't like it. I want to go home. So we ended up staying for as long as we could. We tried different tactics. Like I told Jordan, like he has to shoot the fireworks because, you can see him going up. And so it's like, all right, shoot it. And he'd shoot it and then boom, and he'd cover his ears again. And he just doesn't like loud noises. That's his big thing. But
Jordan and I are actually coming along the same mindset too, because I start my work day at 6 p.m. So as I'm sure you can guess, these past couple of days I've been hearing a lot of fireworks. Problem is though, I always forget that it's the 4th of July week. And so I'm doing my thing, walking around, all of a sudden I just hear this big explosion. What messes with me, I think what makes me jump a lot more is if I'm in the trailer, my trailer reverberates that, and all of a sudden, so I hear the boom, and the trailer will vibrate, and it just scares the shit out of me. I'm like, what the? Is there a bomb? And
it's like a sound chamber.
Yeah, it freaks me the fuck out. And if a firework goes off near my truck while I'm driving it or moving it, it will legitimately shake the truck, like the vibrations, and it scares the shit out of me every fucking time.
That's a different take on that, because you always hear about like dogs and veterans and stuff, but yeah, if you think about it, it's just a chamber.
I mean, I understand the PTSD from a veteran, but this shit has happened, and when I was delivering the Saginaw Flint, which crime rate and all that still scares the shit out of me.
You gotta play the game.
Sometimes you can't tell. It's like sometimes it's a bottle rocket, sometimes it's a 22. You don't know the difference. Sometimes
we have a neighborhood.
You know the difference. I'm being facetious for any young gunner. It's like, 22 clearly has the sound of a
Oh,
22
my
compared to
dad's
a bottle
insane. He
rocket.
could tell what gun's being fired by the sound of it. It's like I don't even understand that. But our neighbors are avid hunters, and they're usually out shooting frequently, and they like to shoot in the air during 4th of July. So it is a hard game here. Of was that a gunshot or a firework? We have a field like across the river, so they kind of shoot up towards there. So it like falls down over there too, luckily. But yeah, so we ended up staying for most of the fireworks. Left about 10:30. They wrapped up about 10:45, and I remember I had to walk that 4 blocks back, 4 miles. I had to walk 4 miles to my car.
Jesus Christ! I am so sorry.
No, I ended up walking 4 blocks back to my car, and by the time I got there, the parking lot was pretty packed already, so people were already starting to exit. And I parked in the back because I was like, well, it'll clear out from the back to the front. That's the way it should be, like an airplane. No,
You would think.
it didn't work out like that. I ended up sitting there till about 11:40 before I could pull out on my car. I just sat there on Reddit, just scrolled through for an hour sitting in my car.
I'm gonna say you don't have anything better to do at that point because you're
Right.
you're gonna be sitting and waiting, my man.
That's what I told Brooklyn too. I was like, I'm pretty much doing what I do at home anyway. I might have like a game on one screen and Reddit on the other, but it's not like it's wasting time. But anyway, that was
man.
my week.
So I haven't really gotten to celebrate too much of 4th of July weekend, or whatever you call it. I did have Thursday off, so I end up doing a barbecue.
Was it paid?
Yes,
Nice.
it was actually. I know. Like I think about it, like, oh shit, it was. I did get money for that. It's so weird having a paid day off.
I thought it was insane. Brooklyn had one too for Valvoline of all places. The instant oil change. Like she had a paid vacation.
Wow, kudos to them. Shop over at Valvoline, everybody. This show this episode, let's not get too crazy here, is sponsored by Valvoline. We give our customers paid vacations.
And Valvoline wants to sponsor the show, though. Like, we're not shutting them down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was looking over at Pennzoil, but hey, if Valvoline wants to step in with the right thing.
What's their new thing? The car cams? Watch while you wait.
God damn. I mean, I was always I don't remember who said this, because somebody like drank from a can. They're like, oh, do you know what this is? It's whoever pays me the most.
Hey,
it's gonna be whatever you want it to be.
I think you sent me that link. It was a YouTube channel or something.
It could be a Coke, it could be a Pepsi, Dr. Pepper if you want,
Monster.
I'm listening. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, it might say Monster in the can, but for all you know, I could have Folgers in this thing. This is coffee, my man. But shit. Had a barbecue. It turns out I don't remember how the grill is. Like, there's only so much you can do the fuck up grilling, but
I saw still your pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. But I got it done. I cooked the burgers. They were in fact edible. And I've been stressing out these past couple of days because I had another family member pass away. Another grandma.
Yeah. This is.
I'm gonna say if you got a question, ask it. But
I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously you have my condolences and stuff, but it's just an odd situation for me because I want to help. Like, I want to do something for you, but I don't know. Like,
I totally understand, and I realized that I was a dick because as soon as I found out, I was intoxicated. It's the first time I actually drank heavily in a while since I had my other grandmother pass away.
Right.
And so I said on Discord, my little statement there, because I was pissed and upset, but I was tired and I was trying to take a nap. And then when I woke up, I was like, I don't want to talk about this with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm usually upfront with my feelings, but this one I was like, I just want to bottle it up. And so people who knew and people are trying to find her asking, is like, hey, is everything okay? I just kept giving them one-worded answers because I didn't want to think about it.
Right.
Because I mean that one that happened a couple of months ago when I lost my great grandmother, it fucking shook me. And I realized anytime I hear the topic about older people, the elderly, I immediately start thinking about that and I get really emotional. And people have been, reaching out to me. I've gotten family, my closest friends have been trying to, talk to me about it and all that. And I'd like to apologize to anybody that hears this that I haven't been responsive about it. It's just I haven't really fully processed it yet. Yeah. I got a lot of mixed feelings with this person in life, and so having them depart on me leaves a lot of baggage for me to sort through.
And you got to do it at your own pace.
Oh, unfortunately, my grieving process has been playing one game, and one game only, Brandon.
Me too. Well, yeah.
So, what have you been playing, man?
You want me to go first?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, do you want me to go first?
No, it's fine.
I can go first if you want.
We both kind of have one titular game that we've been playing all week, but I have two. So
you just said that you had one titular game, but you have two.
The thing is when I was playing the second game, I was also playing the first. I was
at the same time.
Yeah, because. So I guess I'll start because I kind of started on this tangent. So
you're bearing the lead. What's going on here?
I've been playing Teamfight Tactics, which is the new auto chess game for League, which is fantastic. Like, I don't think I've played an ARAM or a regular game since it came out.
Yeah, I noticed on League of Legends whenever I play ARAM, I see people playing TFT. I still haven't touched it. And every time what's up?
I said we definitely should.
It's weird because everybody's like, haven't you ever played an auto chess game? And I'm like, no, I haven't. I play chess.
Auto chess only came out like 4 or 5 months ago. Maybe a bit longer than that, but still.
Apparently, auto chess has been like a silent craze that hasn't hit like peak everywhere thing, but is still like a very popular game style, I guess. So I guess good for them.
Auto chess. But anyway, it's been fun. We should definitely play it. I'm watching 2 more episodes of Stranger Things after this, and then I'll be free. So if you wanted to, hop on and try it out with me,
you'll have to hot pitch me because I'm actually very turned off by the idea of playing it. It's not even anything detriment to it. It's just like you're gonna have to convince me hard to pull me away from the game I'm playing just to play something without any information.
I can think of some ways, just not on the podcast.
Okay. Does it require an R rating?
Maybe.
Because we are an R rating. We're not 18 plus though. Actually, we are. Because we constantly vape on this stream, and you have to be 18 or older to vape.
Right, but do you have to be to listen?
No.
Yeah.
Reference of nicotine use.
Yeah. Rated M for mature.
Yeah.
But because anyway.
We fucking kill stuff.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Shit.
Oh, we're going to totally make this a M-rated stream session. That's for fucking sure.
But anyway, so I've been playing Teamfight Tactics. Usually when I'm fishing or mining in Final Fantasy.
Go on.
So the Final Fantasy expansion Shadowbringers officially came out on Tuesday, which was the 2nd. Yes.
Right. I'm not sure if it was on air or not. Nick, our podcast host. Sorry, there's this weird distinction because I got Nick Hill and then I got my best friend Nick. Nick Hill is actually pushing towards best friend status at this rate. So, I'm scared. Oh boy, sorry, I didn't mean to threaten your territory. He was looking. He's like, I don't understand, Tyler. Shadowbringers is not supposed to be out until like the 2nd, but there are people who are playing it right now. What the fuck is going on?
So it came out the 2nd, but if you pre-ordered it, you got to play in the early access, which started on Friday, the 29th, 28th.
Square Enix making that bank, smart motherfuckers.
The thing is, though,
Uh-oh.
is no, it's mostly a digital copy. So anybody who's going to buy it isn't going to wait till the second to buy it. They're going to be like, all right, I've got some money towards it. I'm going to buy it now and be ready. Everybody has access to early access. You don't have to pay extra for it. So the official
Yeah, I was gonna say,
pretty much might as well be the 28th.
I'm not even sure if World of Warcraft comes with their expansions in physical form anymore.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they gone digital. So the kind of mindset that people buy a game from a store to install it from the disc, it just seems unheard of at this point. It's like if you're playing online, it means you have internet, therefore you can download it.
And even like the collector's edition for Final Fantasy, you got a code. And then they sent you the box of all the physical items, which has like the statuette and the art book and all that stuff.
Ooh, nice.
I didn't buy it. No, fuck that. I'm not going to spend $150 on a game.
So how's your bunny girl?
Oh, she's cute.
She's cute. Okay.
Yeah.
That's I mean,
nice.
I was expecting some kind of response, especially since I just called her simply a bunny girl, but the fact she's cute.
She's a Vera from Final Fantasy 12.
Thank you. I apologize for being Final Fantasy racist.
It's all good. Everybody's a little bit racist sometimes.
Doesn't mean we go around committing hate crimes.
Right. I really want to continue that, but I feel like that would ruin the joke.
I will totally debunk into a musical if you want to.
You said you wanted a
if everyone will just admit that everyone's racist a little bit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Brandon, you were the one that just...
Hold on. I have to sing it in my head.
Okay. I'm going to look it up verbatim.
Oh, God. I feel like it starts with maybe. Maybe we can all... No. Fuck, I really don't know.
I mean, I was actually wrong on it, if it makes you feel better. Here, let me change the lyrics in order. Right. Look around and you will find
no one's really colorblind.
Maybe it's a fact we all should face. Everyone makes judgments
based on race.
No, not big judgments like who to hire or who to buy a newspaper from.
No, just little things like thinking that Mexican busboy should learn to speak goddamn English.
And there goes our viewers.
Oh, sorry.
Look, okay, for anybody who's anybody who's heard that song, it's about a song where everyone's a little bit racist. It's okay to admit it, but it doesn't mean that we act on it and we can get along knowing the stereotypes are in the background.
Right.
It's a very liberal Avenue Q. If anybody's ever heard of the musical, it's so fucking liberal. I love it. Sorry to my more conservative fans, but
your grandma listens to it. Grandma and Art.
Okay, I thought you were talking about my grandma who just died. I'm like,
no.
What the fuck?
No. I'm not that insensitive.
I don't know. I feel like you could maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe if I've been drinking. I definitely have not been drinking today.
Fair enough. There's been one game that I've been playing. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Shadowbringer?
Yeah, sorry. Let me finish up with that. So
I was gonna say
she's cute. I'll send you a picture of her later. But I was super excited for that. But the story is just so fucking good, and this is what I've seen from a lot of people who've been talking about it. Like, it is the best Final Fantasy story that I've had in a long time.
Like, including like console single player storylines, or
like it is comparable to Final Fantasy VI as far as story goes.
Okay, because no offense, I know this was base game after A Realm Reborn, but you know the whole thing that led up to Ifrit and all that stuff was okay, but it didn't feel all that dire or whatnot. So I'm hoping Shadowbringers brings something a little bit more involving.
It's just so I don't want to say they're like retconning a lot of things, but they are
A Realm retconned.
Right. They're explaining things in a way that makes you go back and think like, oh shit, this makes so much fucking sense now.
Oh shit, they were meaning to do this from the beginning. Oh,
right.
Square Enix, you got us again.
And it's written in a way that it doesn't make you think that. which is what's nice and what's really hard. So I got to give him props for that. I'm really enjoying the story. I love that I can summon Phoenix now on my summoner. So
that is nice. Does
Yeah.
that allow you, in fact, revive fallen players?
it does not, but it heals everybody when I
I
summon
mean,
it.
it's still pretty good. I mean, getting a free like battle mass res or something like that would be kind of.
That's limit break 3 for healers.
Oh, okay. Pardon me then. Forgive me for stepping on.
And it has saved me many times.
I'm glad.
Some of those
I'm glad.
heartbreaks. But yeah, so I've been playing Shadowbringers. That's been pretty much it, and that's probably what I'll do when I'm done.
It's so weird because I keep hearing about more and more content coming from World of Warcraft and RuneScape, and the news will just kind of hit me like a warm, dank wind, and it's like, good for you. I'm glad you're still alive. It almost feels like that Mr. Hot Dog in Bay City. It's like, I don't know how they're still in business.
Yeah.
But they're still doing strong, apparently, so good for them.
That one restaurant that you've never been to, but somehow it's still in business.
Right. Like Long John Silver's,
Right.
Mr. Hot Dog. I'm going to say Grandpa Tony's, but they shut down.
Did they really?
Yeah,
one
well,
on
I mean,
Columbus?
there's one in Columbus still, but there used to be one that was on Wilder.
Wilder.
Yeah, it was near the 7-Eleven. There's only one 7-Eleven on Wilder. You know where I'm talking about?
Yeah. I remember there being 2 total, but I don't remember it being there.
Yeah, there used to be a Grandpa Tony's there right when you were going around the corner.
I know where you're talking about. I didn't know that closed down. Right
Yeah,
near,
it closed down a long time ago.
right near where you go in to get into banks, right?
Yes, kind of.
Yeah.
It's in that general area. It would have been like within 200 feet of that 7-Eleven, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I do remember that one. I'm surprised they shut down. I always liked Grandpa Tony's. We went there a lot as kids.
Amanda in the chat, my wife, is saying that there was one in Salzburg years ago as well.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, don't worry, me neither. The only reason why I know the one on Wilder is because my grandma and Art and I used to go there. And I went to the one in Columbus once, and it was tragic because our waitress was crying in the background for whatever reason. And so she was crying, and then she'd come up, take an order, go back, start crying again, bring the food out, go back, and you just hear her weeping. It was just her specifically. It's like, wow. I mean, the theater was right next door over there. So it's like, maybe this is the performance, or somebody's hours is getting cut. I'm not sure, but if she wants to...
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm making light of the situation. I'm sure it was something serious.
I was thinking
also
more like understaffed and just stressed out.
I mean, I'm the kind of guy at the restaurant that no matter the situation, as long as I can get the food I wanted within reason, I've always, told them take as much time as you need, because no stress and all that stuff. But I can imagine there's people who are hangry at the restaurant that they're not as nice.
Amanda. Yeah.
Damn, she's
she's not listening. It's fine.
Oh, she's totally listening. Fuck you.
Oh shit, I was gonna say something else. Oh, I miss American Kitchen. I could really I just read her comment. I could really use a Texas Prairie Fire. Oh, it sounds good.
Fun fact. It threw me off. Apparently it's just called a Prairie Fire. It's not called the Texas Prairie Fire. But
did they change the name?
I don't know. I checked recently, I checked last time, and it's like it was weird. It was totally weird because I was like, I thought this was because I mean it makes sense. It's not on Texas toast. It's on a nice white vine.
It was on Texas toast. Yeah, it was Texas toast as the 2 top and bottom. So they must have changed it.
Then maybe they just changed it to a regular burger, and they're like, let's take it.
Expensive.
You can't take the Prairie Fire out of Texas, I mean, you can. It happens in Oklahoma and all the other surrounding states. Legitimate, prairie fires.
Right. Yeah. They took
hell,
it out. I don't want it anymore. Fuck them. Fuck
my
America.
big thing, if we're gonna jump right into local cuisine, is there's a G's Pizzeria downtown, and I've recently discovered this year something called the Mac and Cheesa, and a macaroni and cheese pizza. Man, I will eat it every single fucking time.
It with some hot sauce on top.
Oh my gosh. It's that fancy white cheese too. What doesn't help my case is the fact I'm lactose intolerant. So the fact that I just glob all sorts of cheese there, I am like, my wife will hear me for 2 days straight, and she'll look at me, and I I gotta keep a towel between me and the chair that way I don't blow a hole in it. It's rough, man. Just throw away the towel.
Yeah. I was telling a story about you and your towel the other day. When we went to Cedar Point and you had your towel around your neck to stop the sunburn and all that. Do you remember when we went on the swings and your towel started flying away from you? Yeah. I was just telling my dad about that. It was like, I could have just reached out and grabbed it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But
oh man,
that was funny.
Good times. Holy shit, we just totally nostalgia for the past 5-10 minutes.
Good deal, man. What the people.
Yeah, it's fine. Fuck it. So for the modular segment, that in the top of the show. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I should talk about
video games.
Okay, fine. I'll talk about video games. So starting Saturday night, aka right after the podcast last week, I announced I had bought Stardew Valley because it was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been getting a little bit of pressure, if you will. And I decided it was within my best interest to finally make the jump. Because I knew from the bottom of my heart I was going to love this game, but I was going to spend a lot of fucking time on it. So I've been keeping myself away from it. I've been watching somebody that Amanda likes to watch stream the game, but I've never played it a day in my life. Watching him, like, this is cool. It's cool. It's like I had a general idea what you're supposed to do. There's a bad guy called Jojo Martin, all that stuff, and eventually it's like you make farms and you go into mine and you die or something. And so
a lot if you're me.
Yeah, I have yet to die in the mines, actually. I am a fucking coward, though.
I think I'm stronger than I actually am. So I'll see like 4 slimes, like, all right, come here, bastards. And then I die.
I mean, I've gotten into the... well, let me back up a little bit. I have sunk in, I would say, somewhere... Steam says otherwise because I left it up because I had the pause at midday to go to work. Without adding those hours, I'm probably somewhere between 15 and 20 hours put into it this week.
Nice.
About 6 or so of it was multiplayer with Amanda. So I got to enjoy the multiplayer, but I didn't understand like the story behind it. I've seen the beginning cutscene before where you're poor some schmuck who's working at this Joja evil corporation, Coleco Co. from Code Monkeys. Shit. I didn't understand, who was who and all that stuff. And I fumbled along like the first 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of spring. And, I got some shit. I did some stuff. I realized I love fishing. I love fishing.
That's funny because Amanda hates it.
Oh, yeah. Like I was telling her, I was like, this is fucking awful. When I first, she's like, it's hard at first. It gets a lot better as you get on. So by the time I got the level 3 or whatnot in fishing, it became reasonable. And now it was my first skill to get the level 10. And I enjoy throwing a cork bobble.
Don't we all?
You got to catch some sea cocks. And like trying to catch a super sea cumber or cucumber on the near the rocks out in the ocean.
You're just so excited to talk about the game.
I know, right? Nothing gets more aroused. And just working on it, trying to get through the game and all that stuff, trying to make progress where things become a little bit automated so I can focus on other things.
Yeah.
Right now,
they're your big thing.
Like, I'm trying to get the greenhouse before winter.
Yeah.
But multiplayer, I can understand because that's what Amanda wanted to do. Doing it by myself, I feel like it's going to be very hard, especially with the animals, because I haven't been really on the uptake with the animals specifically. Right. I pushed it off. And so I now have a farm that has somewhere around 250 crops in it during the fall.
Nice.
So I got a side to side fucking farm ready to go, but I have a level 1 barn and a level 2 coop right now, and so I want to upgrade those. I need to upgrade my tools and stuff too. So honestly, I think I'm going to take Nick Kill's advice and say, fuck it, during the winter, I'm just going to go into the mines, get the materials I need, and upgrade it, because I really don't want to make money during the winter so much as I want to just improve myself and upgrade shit.
Right. And that's what a lot of people do. They'll even with a greenhouse, that they just spend all their days in the mine. That's your upgrade season for your tools, unless you're playing multiplayer, and then you can send one person in the mine while everybody does whatever. But one big thing that I've learned is don't neglect your animals in the wintertime, because there's been times where I've gone days going in the mine and just forgetting about the animals. They hate you after a while. My bad.
Oh man, I need to get a heater, 2 of them, obviously, for each of them to keep their happiness up. I have been feeding them, but I haven't been petting them. So apparently that does not raise the happiness. I've also been letting them out, but they ate all the fucking grass in the area. So now I got to plant more and let them stay still, in the barns, and just let them eat the hay. I'm in the process of building a second silo because I feel like one may not be enough. If it's completely full, I feel like there's a good chance I'll be fine. But if I'm going to upgrade to like level 2 or level 3, I'm going to have a lot of fucking cows and chickens to feed. So
Right.
I really need to keep that, in the going. And so how does it work with farming hay? Do you essentially, I feel like in my head, if it was me, I would set a separate area where like a center area of grass. I'll plant the whole area. I'll leave the center alone so it can grow out, and then just kind of shear the whole outer rim. That way it just regrows. Yep.
That's the way to do it. And you
okay, good.
Too.
What's that?
You can fence it in as well, so it doesn't like overgrow.
Right.
But
oh man.
And then I know a lot of people, once they start bringing in stacks, just won't worry about that. They'll just fill their hoppers whenever they go visit Marnie.
Wait, what do you mean stacks and hoppers? Oh,
sorry, not hoppers. Silos.
Fair enough. I mean, there is auto feeders once you get to level 3. So, I mean, that's something I'd obviously like to get in the long run. But at the same time, it just sucks because it's like to get the greenhouse, you got to get large goat milk. You got to get a large duck egg or just regular duck egg, I think. And I can't get that yet. I think, get the goat. I need to get to level 2 farming house, and then I need the wool, which is fucking level 3. And it's like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. I'm afraid I'm going to deforest the whole fucking area too.
Oh, you will. You do. You have to remember to plant trees if you want wood, or you could buy it eventually. But
and speaking of which, I thought I was smart by being ahead of the game by planting a bunch of trees to put tappers in.
Mm-hmm.
What I failed to realize was I only put maple and pine trees, which means I didn't put any oak trees down, which means I don't get oak resin, which means I can't make kegs for wine.
Yep.
And so I planted 40 oak trees. So I guess during winter when it's dead, they still collect resin apparently. So I got that going for me. And then I realized I'm now in the situation to where since I put in like 34 or so quality sprinklers, I spent all my gold, my iron, and my refined quartz, and my coal. So my main focus right now has been going into the mines and trying to replenish that and all that. And it feels like a constant struggle. You always want something more, so you need to get more or something. And
that's one of the big things for the game too, is it doesn't get boring because there's always more to do.
There's always something to fucking do. So, fun fact, you know how you can marry somebody, correct?
Oh yeah, who are you going for?
So this is actually really dark, if you will. Do you remember in the very beginning you have the egg festival?
Yes.
I was very confident after doing a multiplayer with Amanda. I got 6, she won with 7. And my single player, I got 8. And I still fucking lost.
What?
I still lost. I'm like, I wanted my fucking hat. I wanted the hat. You get a straw hat for winning it.
I think you could lose with 8.
I didn't think I could lose either. I am not kidding. I got 8 eggs. I still lost. I was bewildered. I was mad. The person that beat me was Abigail, the purple-haired lady that is the daughter of Pierre. So guess who I'm trying to marry the show dominance? Oh,
I'm joking.
No, it's okay. I didn't mean to kill you there. Jesus.
I inhaled to respond to that, just like something got stuck in my throat.
I'm having like a 4-season power play right now, trying to convince this lady. Maybe if she marries me, I'll have ownership of the hat so I can wear it or something.
You gotta give her those amethysts.
I've been getting her amethyst. I've gotten a bunch of gold star pufferfish. I've been doing pretty good with that. I have enough stocked up to get us through fall and winter. So
I usually go between Abigail or Leah. So
I mean, I had no preference because I didn't know their characters and whatnot. And so when I announced to Amanda my devious plans, my marriage was still secure, so I'm happy for that. I'm allowed to marry somebody in the game.
She's gotten with in Stardew.
Oh boy, yeah, that's true. That's totally true. And so it turned out, Abigail's like the geeky girl who wants to, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to learn to play the sword and go on adventures and prove I'm not someone who just cooks in the kitchen. I'm like, good. Because I have a feeling the moment you marry me, you're actually stuck in the house and not able to leave or do anything, which is kind of upsetting, actually. It feels like if I marry her, I take her freedom away. And that's kind of fucked up.
That's what happens in real life, too.
I don't want to imprison her for winning a straw hat using bullshit.
Yes, you do.
I feel like she fucking painted her own eggs and had them with her already. She had like 20 or something like that. It's just fucking rocks she painted.
I found these guys.
That bastard. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I've been having a good time. I'll drop any stories if I ever get any. But honestly, it's just been the fucking grind, baby. Holy shit.
Emily, Abby, Sebastian, and Sam for Amanda.
Yep, she's a little worker, isn't she?
I do like Emily too. I've never actually gone for Emily. Maybe I'll have to in my next game.
I'm kind of vanilla when it comes to like video game romances. I'm like, my first thought is who gives me the most benefits, because I'm not one for romance in video games.
They give you gifts, I believe.
Do they?
I think so. I might be thinking of a different game, but I think they do give you gifts. Amanda can confirm that in a minute.
I mean, if this is sad to say, my only reason why I'd want to marry somebody is to make sure I get the Iridium statue at the end of year 3. But I figured you might as well go for the ride. If somebody can beat me in a game, I got to respect them and hopefully get it better with them, and then eventually, community relationship, get my hat back. I know it's not my hat, but I still want it.
That'd be funny. You should have a chance to win it next year. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, I was about to say maybe if she's in my house, she can't leave, so she won't be there. So why is it okay? Let's say hypothetically, she doesn't win this year. I got like 10, but then Emily gets it.
You can't have divorces in the game.
Can you really?
Yeah, so you could divorce Abigail and then go for Emily.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
There's
No.
I saw someone posting on Reddit his goal, and he succeeded in this, was to marry, have a child, and divorce every character in the game that it was possible for. And he succeeded.
Jesus, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah. But yeah, I think when you get married, and this is what I was asking you earlier, man, is do they give you gifts? I can't remember if like you talk to them and they'll just randomly give you like a cake or something.
That would be nice.
Your kids turn into doves and fly away when you get divorced.
People that are listening to the podcast can't hear my jaw dislocate. You divorce the person in the game and your kids turn into birds and just fly away? Oh my gosh. Amanda does say yes, you do get certain gifts from different people.
Good. But
all right.
Yeah, Stardew's fun. And
yeah,
if you have it on the Switch too, you can bring it with you.
What's up?
I said you have it on the Switch too, you could bring it with you.
Yes, I do, because I'm pretty sure Amanda bought it on my Switch at first.
Mm-hmm. It costs prismatic shards to turn your kids into doves. This game is dark. Like here, little Jimmy, have a rock.
I was imagining, because there's a cutscene where Abigail, the person I'm trying to romance, you have a cutscene with her in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Once if you go in the cave and you got to fight monsters with her, but it goes wrong and she gets killed.
Jeez.
And it just grays her out. Like the shit messes with me.
I bet there's a mod for it. This game is actually pretty heavily modded too. Once you
I Oh man, I'm gonna stick with vanilla just for now. That way I can appreciate and understand what they have, because there is a lot to take in. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, Shane's story from Amanda on our chat here. He's very not in a good spot in his life. So it's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I feel like Shane's probably the character I can relate the most to, sadly.
But anyway, enough about that.
I'm sorry. Let's not go dark here. No, sir. So for the modular segment, I wanted to ask, if you decided to cosplay, have you ever cosplayed before, Brandon?
Other than Halloween, no.
If you could cosplay as anything or anyone that you could, preferably a video game character, but I won't stop you from being like a media or movie character, what would it be as?
So I actually gave this some thought. It depends on what you're asking.
Okay, I just asked it, so
But it depends on let me ask this then. So if I'm cosplaying, should I do somebody that I'm not a big proponent of you should cosplay for the body that you have, but I always will. So that's what I was saying. Should I cosplay as somebody that would fit my body type? Or if I cosplay as somebody, will I match their body type?
you know, I think you would be a good Mercy.
See, if I were to do anybody, it'd be Diva.
I mean, ironic or no, the fact that the idea of you cosplaying as Diva, I think would gather a lot of attention. I think it would be hilarious.
And I would really enjoy that. But I mean, on the Overwatch thing, I probably should as like Roadhog or Reinhardt, maybe.
Right. Like, do you remember from high school DxD? There's the character, the big guy who wants to be the magical girl.
Yes, yeah.
I imagine that's me, like trying to be Star Guardian Lux or something.
We could go as I'll go as Madoka, and you can go as oh fuck, who's the blue-haired girl? Her friend.
Oh god,
Not
Dead.
Homer. But yeah, we'd go as magical girls.
Oh man, now I'm curious now. Let's see, Madoka, blue-haired girl. Oh, blue-haired guy. Sayaka.
Yes, I'd go as Madoka. You'd go as Sayaka. We'd call it good.
I was hoping to be the lady who got her head bit off, but sure,
Maybe.
that works too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to. I got ahead of myself.
I had a little bit of PTSD there. I had to like give myself. Also, I just got your pun. Shut the fuck up.
Shit.
She should have quit.
All right.
Head.
I'm gonna say let's take it from the top. So the character I decided that I always thought about it, and I was like, what would be a good character I think I could cosplay as, roleplay as. I think I would do a Wind Waker Ganondorf.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I like, he's tall, menacing. He's got the nice sideburns. He's got a belly. So, and you can cover most of everything else with that big black cloak. So I think it'd be fairly easy for me to do.
I could do like the King of Hyrule.
Oh, you totally could.
Yeah,
you could
just
be
go back and forth.
All right, Brandon, I'll give you $20 if you can name it without looking it up. What is the full name of the King of Hyrule and Wind Waker?
Lord of the Red? King of the Red? King of Red Lions.
No. Yes, that's true. I'm saying he has, it ends with Hyrule, his full legitimate name.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't worry, I don't know either. So, I was just curious if you knew his full name.
No, I just knew King of Red Lions.
Oh, man. His name is Daphnius Nelhansen Hyrule.
I had no clue.
Yeah, he had a big overstretched name. It's like, why they gave him that? Sure. Why the fuck not? Wind Waker is full of mysteries, and I like to do things big.
Size-wise, like just pure cosplay. So I could easily have me as the King of Hyrule. You could go as Ganon. I could dress my nephew Jordan up as Link, and the sizes would match compared to the game. Because King of Hyrule and Ganon are both pretty tall.
True. That is true. Man, we'd have to could get Jocelyn or something, like have her cosplay as Zelda or something like that. My little niece. Oh man. Do you have a favorite cosplayer, or Do you have a favorite type of person that you like seeing cosplay? Or cosplayed as, rather?
I've only actually been to a few conventions, and I need to go to more. There's a couple coming up here. I know Matsuri Con and Dragon Con are coming up, or Wizard Con are coming up. But the only one that I really have ever like followed and was she's done some cool stuff. Her name was Princess Morgan.
Okay.
I think I mentioned it to her when I went to GDEX. But she did a Buette cosplay. And I was like, well, it was really good. So I followed her on Instagram, and she's like the only cosplayer that I followed, not because she's like special or anything, but just because I've never really been
I've
into
never
that
followed
kind
one
of
of you
scene.
before.
Right.
You're my first cosplayer. Oh, jeez. I don't have a cosplayer that like I know and recognize immediately. I've seen them every now and then, especially on like Zelda pages and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I am always a big fan of the cosplayers who make their shit movable.
Yeah.
So there was a cosplayer that went as Kale from League of Legends that had the extendable wings and all that.
Nice.
That was cool as shit. Or as Mercy. Mercy was another good one.
I did remember another one. Her name is Kamui Cosplay.
Okay.
And she does tutorials. She's a cosplay instructor. And
I thought you were saying she like cosplays like a giant list of a guide or something. Just
no.
With a big cereal box.
She does YouTube videos for it, and it's actually some of the stuff. So she specializes in like artsy, and her husband does mechanical stuff. So and you reminded me of this when you said moving parts, but they've had some really impressive shit that they've made. Like just you don't even believe that it's cosplay. Like it looks like it's real, and so she was really good. And Odin Makes was another one. He's another YouTuber who makes a bunch of stuff, and his are just cool to watch because he walks you step through step of how he made these items, and you can see how it's done. And I watched a lot of that too.
There was one last thing, and technically, yeah, I guess it counts as a cosplayer. I don't know who made it, so I can't give out credit. If I did, I would totally do it. So I'm sorry. There's somebody who built and cosplayed as a Watcher from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nice.
Those little raptor looking things.
Yeah.
And he had it set up to where, he could look around and turn the eye red. And so he would walk around like hunched over in this thing, arms holding the levers and whatnot. And he would just move around and look naturally like a fucking Watcher from Horizon Zero Dawn.
We give people some PTSD there.
It looked fucking cool as shit because it's about the right size, a little big, but fuck it. And it looked amazing. And like I said, if stuff where you can have interactive shit or electronics in your stuff, it looks cool as shit. I've also heard of stories where people try to installing electronics in their clothing and it set it on fire or some shit like that. It's apparently a common risk.
There's also another one who goes to conventions here in Ohio. She's called the Cosplay Medic. Yeah. She sets up a booth, and if something goes wrong, she's got like hot glue, and she's got foam and some spray paints and batteries. And she's just set up like if something happens to your outfit that she can, help repair it for you.
I just realized I didn't mute myself for that vape. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. I was wondering about that. I muted myself earlier to cough on, your streaming platform here. I was like, I wonder if that still goes through to their recording platform. I hope not.
Nope. So anytime you mute, you can there I have times where Amanda will either watch me and she's just doing her thing, and all of a sudden I will just mute myself while Nick is talking and snort the biggest loogie and stuff because my audience doesn't want to hear that kind of shit.
Right.
But Amanda can hear it, and she's like, "Did you just do that during the podcast?" Get the what the fuck look, and it's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I get nasally sometimes. It gets a little warm and." Oof.
You ever take that breath and some phlegm gets in the back of your throat and you just go oh, and what the fuck was that?
Jeez. Apparently I'm not sure if this is a open secret or whatnot. I often cough maybe once every couple of weeks of what I call swallowing down the wrong pipe, where saliva accidentally starts going towards your lungs instead of when you swallow it towards your stomach. And so I'll drink or I'll swallow my spit, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, wrong pipe. And do you do that ever, or is that just me thing?
Not that often, but I I guess I never think about how often I do it, but it's not frequent enough for me to consider it strange.
Okay, like I want to find it relatable to somebody, and like I do that once every while too. And it's like
Every once in a while, I've done it with saliva. I know for sure where I'll just take a breath or something and then just breathe in saliva into my lungs. Like, why? Human 2.0.
I think it would be funny if it was a D&D mechanic where if you had an intelligence of 8 or lower and you rolled a 1 during anything, you accidentally just wrong pipe it. I don't know why I want to incorporate that.
I was actually thinking about, do you remember the system that you and I created for damage in our Pokemon D&D?
I mean, I helped lightly with like ideas and stuff, but when it came to the main program, full credit goes to you, man.
I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, it doesn't have to be Pokemon for that. I was like, imagine creating an entirely new module, like non-copywritten, like just create your own D&D game with that. I was like, that would be kind of fun.
Turn all the Pokemon attacks into like different moves and stuff instead.
Right. And so
that'd be a great idea.
Like obviously you'd have to stay far away from like the 4 moves, but like let's say you get a sword and you know that it does, 20 damage, so you get to roll your 1d4 for it instead of fireball.
I feel like the sword would be a mod. Well, I mean, it is a modifier anyways, but it would allow you to, like, let's say the sword is a strength type weapon, so it gives you access to the equivalent of fighting Pokemon moves.
Right.
So, or like I guess more like a hammer or a maul or something.
If you really wanted to stretch for it, like a sword, like you said, it's fighting. Or even like brass knuckles, it makes you have fighting type moves, and then you get a gun would be like
a gun. Jesus, this escalated quickly. Fuck you, a Pikachu equivalent.
Fire type moves or a taser.
Oh, I would say steel. Oh, a taser. Are we just making this real life Pokemon at this point?
But yeah, I was thinking about that. I can't even remember. I think I might have been delivering pizza.
Yo, I'm DJ Pika. Give me your money. I'm gonna use
Pika. Jordan keeps asking, I need to download this for him, but he really wants to play the Detective Pikachu game. I was like, if you want to, buddy, it's not like, Super Smash Brothers and Mario Party I can just put on for him and he can just run around. He doesn't need to, like, play, but Detective Pikachu is like a play game.
It's beyond basic interaction. You got to understand what's going on now.
I'll get it for him. We'll see if he likes it, but he likes Detective Pikachu. My sister gets very upset with that because he loves all of the same stuff I does. He loves Mario and Sonic and Kirby and all of that. And she tried to get him to do soccer this summer, and he does not want to play it. He's like, "Can we go home and play Kirby?" I'm like, sure, but I mean that's
totally understandable. That's actually very awesome. Did you end up getting Super Mario Maker 2?
I have not yet, just because it came out during the same time as Final Fantasy.
That's totally fair.
I will be picking it up, but it'll probably be in a couple weeks.
I imagine you buying that to make levels for Jordan just to kind of break him in and show him the tough love of life. Mm-hmm. Like how my first and only level I ever played in Super Mario Maker was yours.
You told me to make it hard.
Yes, that's fair. But the fact that you probably sat there for 10 minutes trying to make that one block and that one fucking Koopa or whatever, it was whatever. You made it a lot harder for somebody who's definitely not a veteran for that game series.
Your only rule was that I had to beat it, and I promised there were no dev exits. That was 100%.
No, you're absolutely right. You became a man with that, and I fell in the lava.
But anyway,
shit.
What do we got going on here today?
So news is kind of slow this week, as well as the game releases and all that stuff. Obviously, we talked about the video games we played. So since Brandon was here, I decided I wanted to get a little interesting. And this is going to devolve into essentially who wins kind of situation. But I decided the topic of the show is a load of motherfuckers drop from the sky with their only stock item, or with only their stock items on an island. So Fortnite with video game characters. Yes. Question for you in the back.
So do you consider stock items at the start of their game or stock items as what they would end the game with? Because that's a distinction.
Let's say what they end the game with.
End the game with?
Yeah, let's go for power play fantasy here at this point.
Let's say, so you've got this bracket set up here. I don't know if you're going to post a picture of it or anything, like when it's done or not, but I saw you had Mega Man and Nathan Drake as the first ones here. Mega Man.
I hit random, okay?
Okay.
So
no, I know you did. I'm just saying for this bracket. Mega Man at the start of his game could easily take Nathan Drake at the start of his game. In my opinion. Like, Nathan's got nothing starting out in his game.
True. Okay, let's say at the end of maybe not their titular first game, but your average game.
Okay.
We'll pick a game that you'll make an argument out of it, like if different games give them different power-ups or whatnot, and we'll argue it off of that. How about that?
Sounds good.
So we got a tournament bracket, essentially simulating 32 different video game characters that are going to, duke it out and eventually, meet each other at the end and see who wins. I picked random characters, so it's not all your, popular characters, but, some of them are actually very popular. So we got characters like Brandon said, Mega Man. We have Nathan Drake and 30 fucking others. So basically, I'm going to run down the list. Who wins in each fight?
I didn't read that one. You're third from the bottom.
Third from the bottom. We'll see what happens. This will be funny. I'm not going to name them off in the row because we're going to be talking about them fairly quickly here. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Giant bomber plane is... Well, I'm not doing the school bus. I'm not doing the fucking school bus.
I think that might be even copywritten.
Yeah. Okay. So... Giant bomber flies over an island about 10 miles apart. 32 motherfuckers drop from the sky. They all land, and within the first 5 minutes, they each encounter another player or character. So we're going to run down the list. We're going to say they retain their... What's up?
I was going to say that'd be a good way to consider it. So as we get through each round, they collect more items from their game.
Oh, you feel like if they can use an item from their fallen enemy?
No, not like from their opposite one. That would make it too complicated. But like this first round is if you just push start on their game and you played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then round 2 would be like, let's say you've beaten 2 or 3 bosses or 2 or 3 levels, and then round 3 would be middle of the game, and then the final, the end of the game.
Well, we'll say there's 5 rounds technically. So let's say round 1 is just press start. Okay, fuck. Let's do this.
So, you already know my opinion on this first round.
Okay, so very beginning, Mega Man drops, lands to the ground, and encounters Nathan Drake. Who do you think wins?
To his right, and Nathan Drake's there. I mean, Mega Man's got a gun for his hand.
Yeah, but he also has a gun and a hand. I'm pretty sure Nathan Drake's... well, I feel like in the very beginning, Nathan Drake would only have like a gun and maybe a shotgun. Maybe.
I'm going to admit something.
If we're going to go very beginning, I'm going to say he probably has nothing, in fact.
I've never actually played Uncharted, so...
Let's just give him a nice hand revolver. We do have Nick in the chat who would be willing to play the referee on any Naughty Dog related game. Right. I agree. I think Mega Man has the edge here. He has infinite bullets and whatnot. He can shoot his blaster day and night. I feel like Nathan Drake would eventually just be overwhelmed unless Nathan Drake can get that nice one shot.
Right. And that's the important thing is, is he expecting this?
Mega Man, even if he gets shot, and he's been shot by his enemies many times before, it takes quite a few hits to take him down. Nathan Drake can also take a few hits, but I feel like with his revolver, his standard pistol in the very beginning of, Uncharted 1, Mega Man would just but he would just be boo. He'd just get overwhelmed so fast. I think it is going to be, in fact, Mega Man.
I would agree there.
Okay. Then I am going to submit the scores. Mega Man's going to take that one. Next one, this is an interesting one. God bless randomized. Zelda and Geralt from The Witcher.
So again, pressing start.
I guess
it's which game.
I would say any game that you played as Zelda. So I would say Hyrule Warriors. So I would give Zelda a rapier, essentially.
Ooh, Hyrule Warriors.
Zelda with a rapier, and she doesn't have too much. I mean, she has light arrows and stuff in that game for a stock thing.
Versus Geralt. And we'll say Witcher 3 for that, because nobody's played Witcher or Witcher 2.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like Gerald would try to get his fucking sex card from Zelda.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be like, because and my thought is they want to win, and you don't kill them, you defeat them, and they evaporate. So they have no problems defeating somebody. But I feel like Gerald, being the fucking lust wolf he is, even though he's a badass, he sees Zelda in her royal dress, and he's like, "Hey, can I romance you?" And fucking Zelda,
nope, and stabs him in the chest.
Nick in the chat does bring up a question: can Zelda turn into Sheik? If we pick Hyrule Warriors, then the answer would be no, because Sheik's a separate character in this.
Or is she?
I mean,
we could also say Zelda from Super Smash Brothers.
True. I like that.
And if that's the case, then she could definitely beat Gerald.
I feel like Gerald has, a lot of expertise for, magical creatures, though. Do you think he could handle somebody who has the power of the Triforce?
No.
If we're I agree. I just want to try to argue for Gerald for a little bit because Nick would be spinning his seat.
Right. If she has the Wisdom Triforce, she'll know what she needs to do to beat him. She can reflect all of his magic and all of his ranged attacks, in an ideal world.
I will say, I'm going to have to give it to Zelda. I mean, I'm not saying because I'm a Zelda fan and I'm a little biased here, but I think that's the case. I'm going to give it to Zelda. All right, next down on the list is Ezio from Assassin's Creed versus Birdo for Super Mario Land 2. Birdo can shoot eggs that can destroy a man.
Ezio can climb on top of it.
It's like, I imagine like Ezio being in a fucking tree and Birdo's going, wow, I don't know my gender. And Ezio just comes down and shink.
Yeah, I would definitely have to give that to Ezio. Even at the beginning of their games, like, if you think like Assassin's Creed, the first one, you're already climbing all over shit and doing all kinds of assassination shit.
I feel like Birdo wouldn't have a chance here just because, I don't know where Birdo had a chance with anybody here, but I decided to put him or her or him.
Yoshi's girlfriend.
Sure.
TV
all right,
show.
So easy Ezio versus Birdo. Ezio wins?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right. Oh, man. Life is easy here. All right. Next on the list. This is going to be weird.
I actually had to give this one thought.
Because, okay, let's put it on the table here. Big Daddy from BioShock versus Luigi.
At first glance, you would say Big Daddy. Like just
instantly. Yeah.
Size, everything.
Has a drill.
But for some reason, Luigi has some thick-ass plot armor.
The question is, do we pick Luigi from your standard game where he has, like, do we pick Super Smash Brothers Luigi so he has, his fireballs and all that stuff as, a good range attack? Because if Luigi goes in for the kill, he's going to have to do like a One Punch Man move because that drill will kill Luigi on the spot.
I was just thinking like Luigi's Mansion style Luigi.
So he has a vacuum, but the vacuum's just not going to stop a goddamn drill.
And I really want to say Luigi would win, but this is one of those hard ones to decide because I feel like a Nintendo kind of crazy way Luigi would win.
Yes, but as Nick in the chat would suggest, plot armor shouldn't work in this.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo has protected other things, whereas Big Daddy, is a killable character. I don't think we should make that a relevant thing here. Right. I think Big Daddy would he would charge after Luigi. Luigi would run. Luigi would get pinned to a tree, and then, well, you know what happens next.
He disappears.
He does not die, of course. Do you agree? Do you got some argument that Luigi has a hidden pocket up here?
No, I think I have to give it to Big Daddy.
Luigi's a coward, unless he's put into the bad position. And by the time he hits that bad position, he's going to have a
on the ground with his hand over his head, his ass sticking up, just shaking like Mario.
And Big Daddy's like, Big Daddy's psychology.
Big Daddy drills him.
Oh boy! All right, next on the list, Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider series versus Goofy from Kingdom Hearts.
Ooh, from Kingdom! I wasn't even thinking that.
Video game characters, man. So
I was thinking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Goofy is tanky as shit, and he also has a hell of a good shield. So he's pretty defensive. We've also seen in weird cutscenes, Goofy can nearly teleport to protect somebody. Example is Kingdom Hearts 1. Goofy and Donald are standing right behind Riku when Riku is trying to kill Sora after getting the Keyblade. Riku will shoot a darkness blast 20 feet, and within half a second, Donald and Goofy teleport in front of. So we have, super flashlight strength. Goofy also has the ability to take a giant rock to the head and survive. However, Lara,
I just remembered that.
the fact that Goofy got killed and then survived in Kingdom Hearts 2.
They just like, oh, Goofy's dead. Let's keep going.
But he lives. I get hit by that all, stuff like that all the time. Lara Croft, on the other hand, in the very beginning, she has a bow, and a grappling hook thing. So the question is, can Lara Croft beat Goofy, who is willing to beat her down into submission?
I don't think so, because even at the beginning, Goofy's got shield bash and all that. He can do that running thing where he runs towards him with the shield.
Let's say for the sake of the argument, they're 50 feet apart. They can see each other, tree coverage. Right. She has the bow and whatnot to shoot him, but he could totally cover it. And I feel like even if Goofy takes an arrow to the knee, he doesn't turn into a Skyrim guard. I feel like he could charge down on her. Does she have the strength in the beginning of the game and the agility to, let's say, use her grappling hook to take that shield out of the way and then hook him in the neck or something like that? She's done it before to plenty of bad guys.
I think I'd have to go with Goofy. Nick says Goofy or Lara Croft because Goofy dies by a rock. But
I know. Which Kingdom Hearts? I'd say Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 Goofy.
The big Goofy. The big goof. Yeah.
Part of the goof troop.
I would have to say Goofy. Because I just don't think Laura has enough items starting out.
No, I think if Goofy had lethal intent, he would have daddy energy. Big daddy energy.
Gotta imagine if it was Kingdom Hearts 3 Goofy, though. You start out with all the fucking... the move where Sora picks him up and throws him and smashes him to the ground and carousel rides.
He just launches in the air and Valkyrie drops.
Shield rides over to Laura and then just bashes her upside the head.
Nick does press the point here that she does have a boot knife. Can Lara Croft, do you think, in the perfect scenario where everything is on the line, can Lara Croft get that shield out of the way and put a knife in Goofy's neck?
All right, she's laying face down in the swamp. Goofy's got a shield pressed against her head.
But she's going to full south and just like slowly rising from the muck or something?
Trying to drown her, and she's like trying to flail around, and she grabs the boot knife, and she just stabs behind her and gets Goofy in the side.
I feel like Goofy does not have a weapon. I mean, the shield is a weapon, but he would just be bludgeoning her to death. Also, if Lara's 50 feet away, she could totally run around, get the drop on him. Like, she could just drop herself in mud and press against a tree. Goofy has absolutely no perception.
Just looking around. Oh, where'd she go?
Oh, I think there's a lucky emblem over here.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a coin flip. This one would be hard. This one's a skill matchup.
Yeah, this is actually a good one to talk. I think Goofy, if this was, protect the king and all that stuff, full strength. Problem is, though, we've seen full strength Goofy. It's not actually all that impressive. I think Laura has enough versatility. I think she would win. But if you feel like Goofy would win, this would be the last argument here.
It's hard to say. I'm going to flip a coin.
You're going to flip a coin on who you vote for? That's how this works.
That will be Laura. Oh, shit, it's heads.
What does that mean?
Laura won.
Okay.
In my
All right, we're going to submit it for Laura then. Okay, so Laura's next. All right, next on the list, Dante from, let's say, do we want the remake Dante or do we want Devil May Cry 4 or 5?
May Cry 4. It's classic.
Okay. So Dante versus Doom Guy from Doom. Guy, I feel like Dante would be all about the flare, but the moment Doom Guy gets a hold of him, he would glory kill him so fucking quick.
Dante would go around swinging his scythe and everything, and Doom Guy.
Yeah, thinking about cool stuff, and he just grabs him by the head and just crushes him.
Yeah,
Like I want to give Dante more than that, but Dante is more about flair when handling hell, and Doom Guy is just straight to the point, vicious.
Yeah,
he's a murder
especially
machine.
even at the beginning, like no weapons. That's just how he is. He's got his gun. That's all he needs.
I'm glad we're able to get through these within reason. Oh boy, next one. Naughty Dog versus Rare. We got Crash Bandicoot versus Banjo and Kazooie. This is a bit more cartoony, but I think, oh man, I feel like Crash Bandicoot. Nick is asking in the chat, is Dante a demon? I mean, technically, isn't he part demon or something like that? I don't know too much about his lore, so I feel like Doom Guy would, it's like this is his natural prey here.
Right. It was just too easy of a matchup.
Crash Bandicoot versus Banjo and Kazooie. The big question is, what does Crash Bandicoot start in the beginning of the game?
Same thing he's got at the end of the game, his spin.
Yeah, I was gonna say a spin attack, his lucky sneakers. Banjo Kazooie doesn't have too much either.
It's got a slide attack.
True. So I feel like, I mean, they're both technically melee at that point. Kazooie would be able to shoot eggs and shit to, fuck him up. Nick in the chat is saying he has more abilities. Does he in the very beginning of the game when you press start, though? Because this is press start moves right now. I feel like it just... Go ahead.
I was going to say, all I know is he's got the slide and, like, a peck.
We're going to need to bring an expert in. Amanda. As the Banjo-Kazooie expert, what moves does Banjo and Kazooie have in the very beginning of the game?
They can do the jump pound.
Jump pound, okay.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
And,
Peck,
yeah.
okay. Does he have a slide or something?
Anyway.
He can just swing?
He swings like this.
Okay. The southpaw style.
They roll and pick out enemies.
Oh, yeah. That's way much more than Crash Bandicoot.
He would kick Crash Bandicoot.
I feel like he would get one swing in just enough to stun Crash. And, like, Crash's main way attacking is, spinning around, drunken fist style.
Jumping
I feel
out.
like Banjo would get one hit and like Kazoo would just peck an eye out or something like that, and it would just turn into a blood match. I feel like Banjo and Kazooie would have this.
Yeah, I definitely would too.
Okay, then I am going to give the win over the Banjo Kazooie.
Good.
So this one is really weird. Solid Snake versus Sonic.
While you were asking Amanda that, I was watching a YouTube video of Solid Snake versus Sonic on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, this is beginning of the game, which unfortunately means Sonic has early game like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I feel like much as I'd want Solid Snake to win, his ability to, he could get behind a tree and after 2 seconds, his Octocam will turn him nearly invisible. Sonic
sees him even for a split second.
Yeah, he'd be done for. Beginning of the game, he has Snake has a trank gun, and I believe a pistol, but he's Sonic gets in here.
Yeah, that's what I would just. He sees him, and then Snake's dead. Like, oh, sorry.
All right, next on the list. This one's actually gonna get fucking crazy here because it's fucking Daddy Kratos from Gears of War 4 versus fucking Sephiroth. This is random. I swear, guys. So Sephiroth is the one-wing angel, but it's the beginning of his presence. So he's just a man with a sword, a big-ass sword.
Right, if you're thinking at the village before everything goes down.
Yeah, over at Nibelheim. So he is a badass soldier character from Final Fantasy VII with a Masamune.
What was they fought something right at the beginning of the village there?
Green Dragon, yes.
Green Dragon. But Kratos at the beginning has also fought.
He's fought in a much larger dragon. Kratos at the very beginning, he has nothing on. Well, I mean, technically, he has the chains of Olympus sitting under his house. So the question is, does he get that, or we're going to argue beginning of the game he has just his axe? I feel like it would just be his axe.
I could see Sephiroth just keeping his distance and just stabbing him.
I mean, Kratos could do the same thing. He can throw his fucking axe and freeze him.
True.
And if Sephiroth hits it, he just Kratos just has to raise his arm back up and pull it back. Plus, Kratos has crazy strength. Kratos is known to take hits. He can catch a fucking sword and break it.
Sephiroth has no special.
Sephiroth is not godlike.
Yeah, I might have to give it to Kratos. I mean, he's a god killer, and Sephiroth's not even close to a god at this point.
Nick does have. He wants to provide some input. He has all the powers from Crisis Core. So, I mean, if that's the case, if we're going to argue from that point, then that would mean Sephiroth is essentially up to the point to where he gets fallen into the Mako and gets his weird godlike energies from Genova. So, I mean, Sephiroth, that still gives him expert swordsmanship and some minor powers, but he's still brute strength at that point.
Right.
But fucking Kratos, Sephiroth can cut an arm off. Kratos can rip one off. So, I mean, Kratos is currently, the god of war at that point, though. So I feel like he would have regenerative properties, whereas Sephiroth doesn't have that power yet.
Right. Yeah.
But Sephiroth does have the range. Now, put it in another perspective. You fight the Valkyrie, who have very, very long reach. Now, that's later in the game, but if you just fight them with the axe, you can still parry the shit out of that stuff.
True.
And Kratos does have the ability to easily dodge. Sephiroth can dodge, but if you look at him like in Crisis Core, he's kind of bulky. He's not as super agile unless he's in the air, but he doesn't have the wings yet. It's the beginning of the game. I think Kratos is able to parry him.
I would have to give it to Kratos with a shout out to his kid helping out.
Atreus just pecks Sephiroth right in the shoulder or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it to Kratos. But, I mean, I love Sephiroth. But I think beginning of the game, Sephiroth, he's not like, final form Sephiroth.
Imagine semifinals, the Cloud versus Sephiroth.
This one's a bit weird of an interesting situation. Phantom Ganon versus Agent 47. First, we got to figure out Phantom Ganon from Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time.
I'd have to say Wind Waker.
Wind Waker?
Nostalgia.
I mean, yeah. Plus, I'd like to think that Wind Waker Phantom Ganon has the a bigger repertoire, if you will.
Yeah.
So the big question is, Agent 47 is a stealth guy.
Right. In the woods.
In the woods. So Ganon's main attack, his reflectable ball energy, would have some difficulty hitting him. Even if he did manage to connect, do you think Agent 47 would try to play the tennis game? Or do you think he would say, fuck it?
I don't think he has anything to play the tennis game with. And I think that's the big issue.
Yeah, I mean, he's good at impersonating people. I can imagine, I imagine him just snapping Zelda's neck and dressing up as her for the remainder of the rounds if it came down to it.
He's got nothing.
I would say he would have like a pistol or something, but even then,
the Phantoms.
Right.
Like, I don't want to go all like, oh, you have to have the light arrows because then Phantom Ganon will just make it to the end. But you're not going to shoot him. You got to find a better way to beat him. And
right. Plus, he doesn't die from that typically. You had to shoot him with light arrows in order to kill him. But I would say that let's not argue that, because then it would eventually just break down. Phantom Ganon would win if Zelda wasn't in the final round. I would say, I mean, Hitman was not meant to shoot people. He would, but he would try to do it stealthily. I don't think he would just upright shoot him. I feel like Phantom Ganon would win with like homing missiles and all this stuff. He would just be overpowered. Nick in the chat is arguing about Kratos. He doesn't have a kid. Fucking chill. He still beats Sephiroth. God damn.
Yep, I would go with Phantom Ganon for that.
Okay, simple enough.
The next one's easy.
Next one easy. It's Oh god. It's Spyro the Dragon versus Master Chief from the Halo series. Yeah, I think Spyro has this easy.
Yeah, easy. No problem.
Okay, so Spyro, let me defend him at least.
All
Spyro
right.
in the beginning of let's say any of his games essentially has the horn attack and the flame breath, as well as the power of limited flight. Master Chief in the beginning of pretty much any game would have an
SMG,
SMG. Thank you.
assault rifle.
And-
Sorry.
and
That's
ma-
what it's called.
Or at the maybe a grenade or two.
I'm just imagining Spyro trying to do a horn attack to the Mjolnir suit. And
True.
then just dying.
I feel like his flame breath wouldn't do that much damage. I mean, we've gotten hit with fire or explosive attacks, and it's damage Master Chief, but they kill him.
I can
I
just
feel
see
like
Spyro hitting
Spyro
him.
would just go ahead.
No, you go.
I just imagine him charging in and Master Chief just gunning him down instantly.
I was thinking him actually getting the jump on Master Chief, hitting him with his horn attack, and Chief just spins around and looks at him, and then curb stomp.
Motherfucker, what did you just? Okay, all right. I can't defend Spyro. It's Master Chief here.
It was
I mean,
it was a
he
bad
has the
match.
advantage. This is a battle royale of video game characters. Jill Valentine versus Cloud. Jill Valentine, I would say she would have the gun with 6 bullets because it's Resident Evil, and Cloud would just have his Buster Blade. Cloud, let's remind the audience, Cloud, before the events of Final Fantasy VII, aka the very beginning, right before that happened a couple of years previous, Cloud was pumped full of machine gun lead and left over the edges of Midgar and was given amnesia. Can Jill, with 6 bullets, take him out? Is that enough?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Just he's pretty overpowered from the beginning. He falls off at the end. Jill just got another bad matchup.
I mean, Cloud, in the very beginning, drops off a train in front of people who have fucking machine guns. Jill with a handgun, I just feel like wouldn't handle a chance here if the argument was to be made.
Right.
I think, Jill got a bad handset here. I'm gonna
She
throw
could
Cloud.
probably beat Spyro.
I think she could too. So this one, I already know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna say, I was about to say Breath of the Wild, Link versus Tracer.
Nothing.
But yeah, I was gonna say he's completely naked. He just jumps out of the tub and gets immediately grenaded.
The problem
Go ahead.
Legend of Zelda is such a big collection game that Link at the
Right.
beginning is weak.
I would say that like Skyward Sword or something, give him like a basic sword, like the training sword even, and a wooden shield.
I don't think it'd be enough.
No, he would not have a single chance against Tracer whatsoever. He didn't even be able to hold his shield out. Tracer would just phase right next to him and just pop him.
Another unfortunate matchup, but I mean that's how brackets
That's
go.
how I'm gonna say randomized brackets will go. So this is the one I think Brandon was laughing at.
It wasn't actually. It was the next one.
Oh, okay, good deal.
3, just the person, not the bracket. Sorry.
So this matchup is going to be Sub-Zero versus Pikachu. So Pikachu has fucking agility like a motherfucker, but I feel like if Pokemon, anime battle styles or to be, I feel like Sub-Zero would freeze the entire area, which would give Pikachu a heavy disadvantage.
And don't forget, if we're going beginning, Pikachu just has tackle and growl.
Give him at least Thunder Shock.
All right.
Give him a light Thunder Shock here. And Sub-Zero in the beginning of the game, it's the same at the end of the game, essentially.
Right.
I would say let's give Pikachu like level 12.
Level 12.
Early game. Still can't beat the first gym leader because Brock has Onyx and Geodude. So that would give Pikachu quite a few things, but nothing too crazy. I feel like Pikachu could electrocute Sub-Zero, but I feel like to get in the position, Sub-Zero would essentially be ready to just freeze this motherfucker over anytime Pikachu tries to get in a hit. Unless Pikachu goes fast enough to just, keeps tackling him from different directions. But I feel like all it takes is once.
Right. And
How's Pikachu? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't think Sub-Zero would be one to fall down from being tackled by a rat.
And with the ice fucking everywhere that he would be hitting the trees and stuff with, I mean, all it takes is Pikachu to slip once, and it's
Yeah,
game over.
I think I might have Sub-Zero.
I mean, I feel like Pikachu later on, just a good Thunderbolt or something like that would just take him out. But unfortunately, yeah, Sub-Zero wins early game. So this one, and we're at the second last of round one here. Dr. Eggman versus GLaDOS, but I realize GLaDOS, is fixed to a roof, so she's now in a rocket wheelchair. So let's say she has her rockets, but otherwise she's in like a rocket-powered wheelchair. I would say Dr. Eggman in this argument would also be in some kind of like small mech or something like that. Your basic egg walker kind of situation.
Right.
So this is actually very well placed to each other because I feel like. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like they wouldn't even participate, and they would just.
I feel like they would team up.
Yeah.
Because they're both not wily, but they're wily. So okay, let's say they team up, but for the sake of the 5-minute battle, one of them's going to betray the other. Who do you think is more likely to betray the other person? I feel like they'd betray each other immediately. Yeah, GLaDOS.
But GLaDOS does show that she can manipulate from Portal 2 because she uses Shell to her advantage in beating Wheatley. So I feel like she'd be more devious.
I really want Dr. Eggman to win, but I feel like he's always straightforward, evil, almost to the comical sense. I mean, in the Sonic Boom cartoon show,
you watch Sonic Boom,
where he teams up with the it starts talking on like Skype with the other evil villain. He's like, I'm starting to learn some of this good stuff. LOL. It's like, God damn it, Dr. Eggman.
He's obsessed with what are they called? They're the puppy dog figurines that can fight, and him and Amy end up becoming friends over it. Jordan loves the show. Like I said, he loves Sonic, so I've watched a lot of it.
I feel like Dr. Eggman, they point their guns at each other and like, wow, we're both intelligent. But I feel like Dr. Eggman's too fucking gullible in this situation where GLaDOS is in fact devious. I feel like if they had to fight or walk away, only one could walk away, and they didn't realize that, I feel like GLaDOS would win it.
I would agree.
All right. Last one is Samus Aran from the Metroid series versus Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. Remember, beginning of the game. I'm gonna
empty.
I'm gonna say Samus from Metroid Prime. Or I mean, it doesn't matter. They only have one fucking thing. And Lightning would have a sword, essentially.
Yeah.
Do you think she knows a spell or something in the very beginning, or?
I'm trying to think. I think it's just her sword.
I feel like I mean it's range versus Lightning's quick though.
Yeah, but not that quick.
You don't think okay, yeah, she's not literally Lightning in the very beginning of Final Fantasy 13. Or do you want to argue Lightning in her stage in Final Fantasy 13-3, where Lightning's essentially her god form?
No, I would say that from the beginning of Final Fantasy 13, when you're on the trains, she's pretty standard. She'd just be like a normal human. I think Samus would.
Ooh, Nick is making a horrible point, which is kind of ironic. Samus, in the very beginning of Metroid Prime, has all her shit, but then she loses it. She has all her shit.
And we said when you push start.
I'm gonna say round 2 she loses it, but I think she has like an immediate clear advantage. This is like an instant win.
Yep, I would say so.
Oh, it's like the fucking man-eater bug from Yu-Gi-Oh! Just like first round, he instantly defeats an enemy. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Samus wins.
Samus wins easy.
That's round 1. So round 2, I would say, is like a good few hours in. So they get their first power-ups and all that stuff if they have any. So this is going to be more interesting. So Mega Man versus Zelda in the first round of round 2. So Mega Man has a couple of extra power-ups. Has good versatility. It has some different
move.
abilities. Could get like a good free shot or a fire shot, depending on what Mega Man you're playing and all that stuff.
And what order you go in?
What would Zelda like? What Zelda are we arguing? Are we still arguing?
I think since we did Super Smash, we got to do that all throughout.
Okay, no, I'm fine with that. Zelda can reflect all that shit.
But let me throw this out there.
Yes.
If we're into it, even just a little bit, Zelda has some percentage on her damage. Because her fight with Gerald's not going to be a clean fight. She might be at 50%.
Okay, we're talking like they're not at full health of the full thing. Okay, I'll argue that.
Smash at least.
I mean, do you think Nathan Drake wasn't able to get a couple of shots in on Mega Man then?
Well, I know, but Mega Man could find a way to heal. I guess we can't really say that because maybe there's items that drop, and she found
Sure. I'm gonna say I feel like I would say just standard fight here because we're getting really technical with it.
We could YouTube this one too.
Okay, Mega Man versus Zelda. I feel like Mega Man would be able to suppress Zelda, but Zelda, if she went in, she could reflect and get a lot of hits in.
Let's see. Let me get to the end of this video. I am definitely watching a tournament style here.
Oh boy.
1 health. Mega Man's got 43%. They're fighting on the edge, and Mega Man fell.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. So. I feel like all it takes is for Zelda to take a stick, sharpen it, put it on the ground, let it be considered a spike, and then just throw Mega Man on it to one-shot him. So he dies instantly on spikes.
Right.
I feel like Zelda wins here. Mega Man would have like the firepower, but Zelda has the versatility to reflect that and return fire. Or a fiery explosive ball. She can send that around fucking corners. She can control that shit.
I would say so. I would say she would definitely beat Mega Man.
Plus, she can teleport.
True.
You got to remember that. She can sit behind a tree, up B, and just teleport somewhere else.
Mega Man using Jet and jumping off of him, and Zelda just appearing right next to Mega Man still.
Hey. All right, so what's the final verdict here?
I would say Zelda.
All right. Feel bad for Link
Also,
getting in.
Your seed put the number 1 and the number 32 person together. I just noticed that. What are the odds? 1 in 32, I guess.
Sure. So next on the list is Ezio from Assassin's Creed versus a Big Daddy. Can Big Daddy's suit be penetrated by those knives from the hand? Big Daddy, Ezio can get in the trees and hide fairly quickly, and I feel like Big Daddy would, search and try drilling trees, but Ezio can fucking jump. He's on tree to tree. But if he gets the drop on Big Daddy, can he kill him in assassin style?
So in the game, in BioShock, you can kill them by shooting them. But it takes a lot of bullets.
And don't you need like some kind of armor penetrating to really hurt him or something like that?
Yeah.
Is there anything like that? So what can a serrated knife coming from, your hand do? Can it penetrate it?
I don't think so. I think maybe if it was one more round and Ezio had like some explosive ammo or something for a crossbow, but
true. What does Ezio get in the very beginning? Like plus a couple hours, and he'll say he might have he has a sword, so he can sword, but he just doesn't want a sword against a Big Daddy. He might have throwing knives or something like that, but I don't think throwing knives is going to do anything. I feel like Ezio is just going to have to lay in his bed of hay and just take it.
Just take the Big Daddy's drill.
I think Big Daddy's going strong here. I just think they're both physical, and I think Big Daddy has the advantage here. All right, next up, oh boy, Lara Croft versus Doom Guy.
This is a hard one.
Let's say Lara Croft has different types of arrows now.
Right.
She can travel around the trees a little bit more, so she's a little bit more agile at this point. She also has weaponry. She has her pistol and her shotgun, I would say, at this point.
And Doom Guy just has a couple more weapons.
I mean, he does have a lot of explosive power at this point. So the question is, though, Doom Guy's stuff is probably going to tear through trees like a son of a bitch, even in the beginning of the game. So he probably has just as much firepower as well as super explosives. Because asking No AK, I would say that would probably be the next round if she made it. because I mean, she doesn't get a machine gun until about halfway to 2/3 of the game. This is still the first quarter. I think Duke Guy gets this easy.
I think so, and I feel bad about it because I feel like he's just gonna have a run.
And he's just gonna fucking book it until everybody gets into end game.
Right.
I mean, some people get a nice, easy early game and it just falls off. And there's some people that if they can somehow scrape the teeth. I mean, this is how it works, unfortunately, with this island of horrible situations.
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie versus Sonic. Banjo now has...
In a while.
What's that?
We'll be able to actually see that in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Super Smash Brothers. Banjo-Kazooie, I mean, they got different egg powers and stuff, and they do have the power of flight. But, I mean, Sonic can just easily go in the air, and he has incredible speed. I don't know how much firepower Banjo would have to give Sonic. Banjo... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think Sonic's advantage is, although he doesn't progress in strength, he is really strong early game. And I think he just is too strong for Banjo and Kazooie right now.
Unless Banjo and Kazooie has like a type of egg or something that can like somehow slow down the ground or something, this stick them, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah. Is there a glue
egg? Are we giving it to Sonic then?
Egg, Banjo, Kazooie. Nope, there's nothing.
Okay.
I think we have to give it to Sonic.
Sonic. All right, good deal. All right, next up is Daddy Kratos versus Phantom Ganon. Phantom Ganon still has his early powers, but he's a straight to it. Kratos at this point. Go ahead.
I would have to say so. In my head, this is how I imagine this fight going. So Phantom Ganon appears, and he charges up his ball, and he goes to throw it at him to do the tennis, and Kratos just kind of watches it go by, and he just fucking throws his axes to Phantom Ganon.
Sticks him right in the forehead or some shit.
Fuck this shit.
I would say Kratos has his shield and all that, plus he has extra power-ups and different moves he can do at this point. I think Kratos not only could easily overpower in the tennis match, he could say fuck and just throw his axe and just kill Phantom Ganon. I think Daddy Kratos wins it here. That was actually a lot easier than I was expecting. Master Chief versus Cloud. Cloud has materia now, but he has like fire, ice, cure. Can Cloud get enough to do damage and heal himself enough to make it a win of attrition? Or because Master Chief at this point would have some good weaponry. He could have a plasma grenade,
a needler. He just needs Cloud.
Cloud just comes around. It's like, I got materia, and then just shows Master Chief with like this giant satchel of different weaponry from across the first 5 hours of the game.
Yeah, I don't think he'd have it. I could even see Master Chief being in like a ghost by now.
Fine, fuck it. Master Chief's in a ghost. I feel like Cloud should get a motorcycle then.
All right, ghost versus motorcycle.
They just battle down this one highway that's on this island. What's up?
The ghost can shoot though.
True. I mean, Cloud can. We have seen that Cloud can reflect bullets. Why or how? Who fucking knows? It's great.
Fucking sword.
Question is though, I feel like Cloud would cut up. See, Nick in the chat is suggesting Master Chief could just put a sniper around in Cloud's head from 50 feet though, with tree coverage in the beginning. I feel like it would be rough. Yeah, he could no scope it. I mean, this Halo 3 it or Halo 2 it. My bad.
Would the thing is though with the ghost of his plasma bolts, would he be able to deflect that?
Ooh, I mean, can Cloud deflect magic? In the game, no. In his RPG, movie stuff, he can.
Yeah.
The question is though, I just don't. I feel like Cloud would look badass, but he would just all it takes is one shot to cripple him.
Master Chief gives him a materia. Says, "Here, have this kid," and it's a plasma grenade. Cloud goes to put it into his sword, and
Oh jeez. Yeah, I just feel like Cloud would look cool as shit, but Master Chief would get the final shot in.
Yep, I would agree.
That's kind of scary. What Master Chief powers? What we're giving him at this point.
The next fight
will be interesting. Tracer versus Sub-Zero.
I like what you said with Pikachu's speed versus Sub-Zero. if it was Tracer versus Pikachu, I think Tracer would win.
Hmm.
As far as speed is concerned, because she has more, time powers than just being fast.
True. So even if Sub-Zero does get that good hit and freezes the door over, or as she's freezing, she could just go back in time, I'd like to think.
Plus, now she has her ultimate. We could say ultimate alternating rounds.
True. So she can just toss that bitch, suck him in, hold him in place, and explode him. He's not shown in the game to be very mobile, at least in your standard Mortal Kombat games. Maybe he isn't like one of the ones where you're actually running around a 3D platform and whatnot, but he's not shown to be fragile. He's very fragile. He's made of ice, or he's ice-based. He's good long range and short range freezing. I feel like Tracer just got the edge here just by shooting from afar. Sub-Zero can throw icicles and shit, but Tracer's way too fast for that shit.
Yeah, and she could just phase through it.
True.
Or not through it, but phase
We're
around.
gonna give it the Tracer then. Last one of the round 2, GLaDOS in a rocket wheelchair versus Samus Aran. Samus, I would say, has ball form, maybe mines, and a missile.
Oh, I was going to say no items. She'd lost her items after the last round.
True.
And then
Shit.
I'd have to go to GLaDOS just out of...
Okay, Samus is nothing but her blaster, and GLaDOS, I would say, just has... she has standard attire. I feel like GLaDOS would be too fast for Samus at this point. Samus has defeated fast and strong opponents in the very beginning. But of like Metroid Prime, they're not that big or strong in the very beginning. It's not towards the end, and that's with a lot of firepower. Her suit, I don't think, could handle something like that. I would say that GLaDOS in a rocket wheelchair that able to shoot rockets at Samus while like firing around through the dirt and stuff. I feel like GLaDOS would kill herself at this point, just running into a tree, but that's okay.
She's a computer. She's fast enough.
Let's see. Samus doesn't have ball form in the very beginning after losing all her items.
She's got
just a running gunner.
Yeah.
And Nick in the chat's asking how the hell is GLaDOS faster? It's because GLaDOS is in a fixed position in the game, but she would instantly lose just by that alone, essentially. So I wanted to give her mobility. And clearly it's going to win her this. I accidentally buffed a player too much.
Time to nerf him.
That's we'll nerf her in round 3. All right, so we're at round 3. We are at the halfway point, but it's going to be a lot faster because there's only 4 matches to be had here. First one, Zelda versus Big Daddy.
I still got to give it to Big Daddy, I think.
Can Big Daddy resist magic in Bioshock? If you throw like electricity or whatnot into him, does it cripple him? I don't know personally. I'm asking for your thoughts here.
It damages them, but I don't know about like it shocking his system for lightning.
She's all magic because she can pick up the biggest guy with magic via grapple, Super Smash Bros. And throw him. Question is though, her reflective thing, she's more of a magical dealer. I don't think she can fuck him up. I don't think she can like stop him. I feel like once it's she'd be able to stun him, but I don't think she'd be able to kill him with her magic.
Yeah. Oh, that's hard. I mean,
is there a way for Zelda to stop a Big Daddy from charging at her? She can teleport.
Throw him at the ledge.
Yeah, just throw him off and throw him into the storm.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
I feel like she'd be able to dodge him, but like battle and nutrition, she can't. She'd be wasting magic on him the entire time.
Right? Does she have a magic gauge?
I would say no, honestly, but it's godly power that she's drawing from.
Does she have in Super Smash Brothers? Does she have light arrows, or is that's her ultimate smash?
I mean, this is the midway point. You just gave Tracer her ultimate.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should wait for final Smash moves like that, like semifinals.
Right.
Which sucks because, I want Zelda to win, but...
I just don't think she has the strength needed to be...
I think her explosive bomb attacks could fuck up Big Daddy, though. But all it takes is one swing from Big Daddy and Zelda's done for.
Crumpled on the floor.
I mean, this is Ocarina of Time based Zelda in Super Smash Bros. She does not have superb agility.
Right.
When-
She gets
yes.
kidnapped by Ganon.
Dorf, typically.
Ganondorf.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I would have to give it to Big Daddy. I think as
I
much
think Big Daddy will win in the long run. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, man. I feel like.
Zelda. No.
Oh no! All right, next is Doom Guy versus Sonic. Shit,
You know, this is a hard one because
this is a fucking hard one. I would say Sonic is still going strong. It wouldn't be until the next round I would give him like the Chaos Emeralds. Doom Guy would have all sorts of fucking firepower, but Sonic has faced firepower after firepower from Eggman without any problems.
if you think like I know we're going Sonic from. Wait, which Sonic are we doing?
I just figured Sonic is Sonic. I was thinking like Sonic the Hedgehog 3 or something like that.
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, if you think about like his 3D games, he has literally gone on airships that have been constantly firing at him and just destroys their guns one at a time.
The big question is, what can Sonic do? Can Sonic injure Doom Guy?
I mean, enough blows to the head, and you're gonna be.
Doom Guy though?
I mean, he can die.
That is true. Nick in the chat is arguing the Doom Guy can run at 90 miles per hour. He must forgot that Sonic can run at 700.
Yeah,
And he does have all his guns. So if Doom Guy grabs Sonic, I don't think there's much that Sonic can do. The question is though, can a 90 mile per hour Doom Guy running around be quick enough to get like a chance grab? I think he could grab Sonic, but we're not here for chances. We're here for like flat out fights.
I think if he has an explosive weapon, that would.
I mean,
get him
Eggman has shot all sorts of rocket launchers at Sonic.
true. I mean, if you think about Sonic from the movies, he literally plays the drums on the rockets, dodging them all.
True. And also, I mean, he'd want to be shooting bullets and whatnot. I feel like Sonic would be able to hit him, but I don't think he'd be able to get like a good final blow before he gets shot. I feel like eventually a stray bullet's going to hit him.
Getting annoyed.
Wait, what's up?
Doom Guy just getting annoyed as he gets hit more and more and more and just goes crazy, just starts shooting everywhere.
I mean, Doom Guy at this point would have so much crazy shit going on, especially in like the 2016 Doom. I think Doom Guy would eventually hit Sonic and cripple him.
Yeah. Trip him.
True. I feel like Sonic would like if it was just a video game and whatnot, I think Sonic would win, but in this realistic style battle, I think Doom Guy would get it.
Yeah. I would agree.
All right. Next one is Daddy Kratos versus Master Chief.
Wait, why didn't Doom Guy go? He's still there fighting Sonic.
Oh, did he? Whoops. Here, let me I screwed up. Let's see, bump it down to 0, Doom Guy, submit scores. There we go.
There we go.
Daddy Kratos versus Master Chief. Daddy Kratos has I would say he has all his weapons at this point. He's a little bit stronger. He's defeated the fucking dragon and all that stuff. He's fought against a couple of gods.
Mm-hmm. Master
And-
Chief has a rocket launcher.
Master Chief has a fucking plasma sword that can one shot.
True. If he gets close enough, Kratos is much.
I mean, Kratos is good at dodging and shit, but can you dodge the plasma sword, Pierce? I don't know. Shit.
These are hard, Tyler.
I know, right?
Wait. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say, isn't there a PlayStation game where Kratos fights Master Chief, but Master Chief's not in it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, sure.
Never.
So I think if Kratos is somehow able to get close range, he wins. But Master Chief is not going to let him get close range.
Right.
Kratos doesn't have any kind of mobility to get him past machine gun fire. He can use the coverage of trees. He could throw a fucking tree if he wanted to.
Yeah, but
he
if
could
you're
throw
throwing
a
a
tree
tree in
and
a
use it as a
forest,
shield. What's up?
so if you're trying to throw a tree in a forest, it's just gonna hit more trees.
True. What happens if he just uses the tree as a shield and charges that Kratos or Master Chief?
Then Master Chief will be pushed up against a wall, and will just fly off the map.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know. What's Nick say?
Let's see. He's asking if they're both in Soul Calibur. Master Chief is not in anything but a Halo game, as far as I'm aware. I've never heard of Master Chief in anything but a Halo game. Microsoft does not have their Smash Brothers equivalent versus like All Stars or Super Smash Brothers.
I don't know.
Wait, Nick is saying Master Chief is in Soul Calibur? What? What? Link? I don't believe that shit. Well, I mean, Kratos does have his shield too.
Master Chief versus Kratos. Oh God,
Oh, boy.
this is what
This is a tough one because I want to give it to Kratos, but Master Chief has the good suppressing fire. He has explosions, explosives, rocket launcher, sniper, machine guns, every grenade you could think of. You can put traps in the ground. You can throw those little spike traps in the ground. No, sorry, I'm getting that mistaken with resistance.
So this there's actually a poll for Master Chief versus Kratos, and it lists all of their powers and stuff. And
Nick is asking about a scorpion tank. I will give him that next round if he can survive the next round.
Master Chief's power is adaptive, agile, danger sense, energy shield, gadgets, healing, holographic projection, implants, intellect, and vulnerability leadership, and just goes on and on and on. Super strength, super speed, tracking, unarmed combat weapon master, and Kratos' superhuman strength, endurance, skilled warrior, divine powers. That's it.
Oof. Someone wants to suck up to the chief.
All right. I just thought that was funny.
All right. I want to hear what your thoughts are. How would it play out?
I think at this point, Chief being the guy. See, that's the thing is that Master Chief in his games is lucky.
True.
And that's sick.
I was going to ask Wems if he had a Banshee, but I feel like Kratos would just fucking start tossing trees at him.
If it was a Banshee, it'd be Kratos all day. Are we just progressing that? So we go Ghost, Banshee, Tank, but if we do Banshee, then
eventually he just gets an elephant in the final round.
he gets a Halo ring.
Just tries to play it in himself. Is that how he ends it if he makes it to the end?
I think
good job, John.
I think Kratos would win.
Kratos does have ranged weapons too. Don't forget the Chains of Olympus. He can toss them motherfuckers as well as the axe.
I think Kratos would be shot. Master Chief would shoot him, and Kratos would just turn around and fucking pull Master Chief to him.
Kratos also has Spartan Rage at this point. I think he would just go ape shit and be able to charge in with minimal damage. I don't think bullets would affect him at this point.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go to Kratos.
All right. Then the end of Master Chief. No Scorpion tank for my man, unfortunately. All right. Next one is Tracer versus GLaDOS and a rocket wheelchair. I think this would be comical.
It would.
That's my first thought. It's like GLaDOS wouldn't even be like trying to like she would be charging ahead and Tracer would be chasing after her, and I imagine GLaDOS just shooting rockets at her.
Which Tracer would most likely dodge.
She would be able to dodge. I feel like even on a fucking rocket-powered wheelchair, Tracer would still have the speed and the firepower. She would just have to shoot the rocket.
Right, shoot the rocket, shoot the eyeballs. Tracer would make a show of it, and she would, run all the way up to GLaDOS and just rip a core out.
Oof.
Just for fun.
I think you're right. I can't even argue it. I can't even argue it. I think Tracer would win this one.
GLaDOS has missiles in the original game. And flamethrowers, too, I think. I don't remember. Or no,
I don't remember flamethrowers, but she does have missiles.
Big bottom.
She just keeps shitting sentry bots.
That would have been fun.
Okay, so these last two rounds, I say they have everything.
Everything?
Yes, in a final round, they enter some kind of ascended strength, like, Knights of the Round of Cloud Mated or something like that at that point. So, she would have to be in the facility. That's why I argued in the beginning that GLaDOS is in a rocket wheelchair. Jeez, Nick, get up at the game. The semifinals, we got two matches here. The first one is Big Daddy versus Doom Guy. Let's say this might be Big Daddy from BioShock 2 at this point, so he has upgraded abilities and whatnot.
Right.
Can Big Daddy still hold up to Doom Guy though?
I don't think so because they still die from bullets, and
True.
it's Doom Guy's specialty.
Yeah, I feel like Big Daddy was set up to fail at this point, going against Doom Guy. I mean, this is eventually brute strength.
I mean, it'd
thankfully,
be cool to watch. It'd be sweet to watch just because the fight would be long. It would be a long, drawn out fight. But in the end, I think Doom Guy would have it.
I agree. Much as I want to give Big Daddy the credit here, I think Doom Guy is just fucking too OP. He's too OP. What's up?
I said Big Daddy made it far. Killed Luigi, Mario, and Zelda.
All right, so the other semi match is Daddy Kratos versus Tracer. Tracer hit her high point at round 2, so she doesn't have, she still has everything though. Kratos, I would say, is he's got his armor, fancy shit. He's got every weapon. He's got every power that you can think of.
I think Tracer would try to be kind of a show off, and Kratos would just fucking grab her as she's tracing.
I know this is sexist, but I need to ask. Besides maybe some Medusas, I don't think I've ever seen Kratos kill a woman in any God of War game. In fact, he's been oddly protective. The only exception I can think is Gaia, who's a goddamn Titan. And he's not even really trying to kill her. He's just trying to use her as a stepping stone. Nick argues the harpies, but I'm thinking like a human-looking woman he's never had the heart to kill.
Kratos kills his wife and daughter.
That is true. That is fucking true. He did kill his own wife. Whoops.
Yeah, so
he was possessed though by Ares at that point. But I mean, at this point, we're talking about like Kratos, he's in super Saiyan God mode.
Yeah, I think Tracer would get a couple shots off him, and he'd just rage out. And
I think at that point he would have so much strength that he could close like distance easily.
I'm just seeing him like grabbing her as she tries to, teleport by him and just grab her by the neck and just pulls her out in front.
I think at that like he would be able to like shift the fucking earth at this point, and I don't think she'd be able to handle like his strength.
Balance or whatever.
And Nick, yes, he does kill Athena, but it was strictly by accident because he was trying to kill Zeus. Okay, he was very regretful over this. He does not like killing women, but he's gonna do it because he wants to win.
Yeah, I would give it to Kratos.
Sorry, Tracer, you did get the long run here. So this is really it devolved into power play. So final round, Doom Guy versus Daddy.
So
yeah, see you in the next episode, everybody. Well, and support our Patreon for $5 or more. You can hear the final assessment of Doom Guy and Kratos. It's a 30-second clip,
but it costs $5.
But it costs $5. All right, Nick is naming all the people that he's killed that is female, so I don't feel too bad anymore. Okay, then I retract my statement. Kratos is not sexist. He'll kill anybody that pisses him off.
But can he kill Doom Guy?
Can he kill Doom Guy? Can he kill Doom Guy?
That would be a long fucking match.
I feel like that would take fucking forever because Kratos can regenerate. Doom Guy, he gets health from killing people, so if he can't kill Kratos, it would be a horrifically slow battle of attrition.
Does Doom have ammo?
I would say Doom has ammo. I would say this is like an open field. This is like Goku versus Vegeta, maybe some rocks around at the most, but
Doom does have ammo.
What do you mean? Like, AKA he can run out?
Yeah.
But Doom Guy at this point, at the final stage, he would have like 14 different guns.
Well, that's what I was saying. After a while, he would just be shooting Kratos, and Kratos would be hitting him, and they both just not die. Doom Guy would eventually run out of ammo.
Doom Guy does have like some damn good strength, though. Maybe not Kratos strength. This would be like the situation where Kratos fights Baldur from God of War. Where they're fighting and beating the shit out of each other, but neither can't really die, except Doom Guy could.
Yeah. I don't know. That's hard.
Doom Guy has so much utility, though. I'm wondering, though, is it strong enough? Has Doom Guy killed Satan himself? I don't know. Did he?
I don't know. Let's see.
Has he killed Doom Guy? I feel like Doom Guy has legitimately killed gods, so this is not a impossible feat for him. But it's not. I guess after we break down that thing, can he kill him? I would say yes, he can. Can Kratos fight back? Yeah. Because as we know, Doom Guy it certainly dies a lot of times in the games too, demons and stuff, let alone, Kratos.
I mean, yeah.
It could be a tie if you want to leave it at that. They just hold each other like bleeding out as the force field comes in and kills them both.
I think if we say that, I think I would definitely have to give it to Kratos then, because I feel like he'd have more health and regen than Doom Guy, and Doom Guy would just slowly poison to death.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, fuck Bethesda. Yeah, also I agree.
But I mean, that's kind of a cheap way to do it. But if we were to go and think about it, I really do think Doom Guy and Kratos would have a long, drawn-out fight. Doom Guy would run out of ammo and just, in classic nature for him, just go up and start beating the shit out of Kratos as much as he can. But Kratos would just...
Kratos still has weapons. Weapons don't require ammo. But, I mean, Doom Guy, I believe, has, like, melee weapons. Like a chainsaw.
I mean, then you're getting into gas-powered.
Oh, gosh.
How far are we taking this?
Fuck it. I'm saying Kratos wins.
I think so.
All right. 32 people. Daddy Kratos made it to the top. There was a lot of interesting fights and setup. But I think with these 32 people that dropped down, with a vicious fight at the very end, Doom Guy would eventually succumb to Kratos. I agree with this.
Yeah. That was a long fight. Print it out, put it on the website.
Yeah, give it the drop. All right, you got it. Oh shit!
Motherfucking drop.
Good deal. Thank you
else?
for humoring me with this.
No other tournaments. I was looking on your profile and see if you had any other tournaments.
Yeah, no, sorry, that was my first time using that thing. All right, let's wrap it up here. Can you take care of game releases?
Sure. Let me tab over here. All right, so we have Soul Seraph coming out on July 10th for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. I have no idea what it's about.
Don't worry, I don't either. So
we also have Blazing Chrome, which I have no idea what it's about, coming out July 11th for all 4 platforms as well. And we also have Dragon Quest Builders 2, which was announced recently.
Have you ever played a Dragon Quest game?
I have not, and I know Dragon Quest Builders is not a Dragon Quest game.
No, it's essentially like a Minecraft style game or Stardew if you want.
Played it. I've seen it. I've seen, I think, 9 or whatever the popular North American one is. Maybe it was 11 or something like that.
Good question, but it's weird that it's not coming out for it's not 360 Xbox One. Yeah, it's a big surprise it's not coming out for the Xbox 360. Weird, huh?
Surprised it's not coming out for PC.
True.
But that'll be
Dragon Quest, I believe, is Square Enix, right?
Yes.
Or is it?
But Square Enix has PC games.
True, but they're not really known for dropping it straight on PC.
Right.
Usually.
Yeah,
but,
I might pick it up if it's cheap, $40 game.
I'm just weirded out because I believe the first one was primarily handheld games, but since Switch is now the handheld de facto after 3DS and Vita, it just throws me off. It weirds me out of it.
Such great looking games on it,
Yeah, oof. That would be nice looking.
Yeah.
So this day in gaming, for those who are listening, this is for July 8th. I know. I forgot to change it, but I got it fixed.
All right.
So in 2016, Final Fantasy VII came out on Google Play. This might just actually be a version versus the day it came out, because I'm pretty sure it came out in a different format for Google Play. But I just want to put it out to say fuck you, because they put it in a terrible PlayStation emulator wrapper, so it's pretty laggy, and overpriced. It's like $15 for the phone game. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'd rather just play it on my retro console.
So this next one, Brandon, can you tell me about it?
So you're talking about the Activision Blizzard one?
Yeah.
So basically, they were allowed from their stockholders in 2008 to consummate. That's weird. That's a weird
way of saying it.
But they combined
After the wedding.
Vivendi Interactive or Vivendi Games, merging Activision with Vivendi in 2008, making Activision Blizzard.
So weird that happened 11 years ago.
I know, and look at them now. They've got no workers.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 4 came out for the Windows in 2008, so it's also 11 years old. There was nothing crazy that came out in this list. I was just making shit up. Well, not making shit up. This is real stuff. And lastly,
here's the hit game.
Yeah, wow. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time came out 1 year ago for the Nintendo 64. That's crazy. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Bible Master 2, The Chaos of Aglia. I must have missed this in the New Testament. The PC 98 version came out in Japan, 1994. It's like, what the fuck am I looking at this point? Is this where Moses goes off against Satan himself or something? What's going on here?
For it?
The what?
The cover art?
No, I haven't.
It looks like something you'd see from an old Final Fantasy game.
Wow. Is this about the Bible? Or is this something a little... I feel like it's not.
I don't remember. Is that a unicorn on the bottom left? Oh, no, that's just her hairstyle. The fucking anime Bible. I don't know. It looked like Golbez in the background from Final Fantasy.
I'm trying to figure out which Bible character has blue hair. I must have missed that one.
Oh, Bible Quest. Check it out.
You can find me on Twitter at 2times Tyler, all letters, one word. Is there any place we can find you, Brandon, or I just got to summon you from the abyss whenever Nick goes out?
Look into a mirror 3 times. No, look into a mirror.
So I got to turn my head and look.
The mirror 1 time and say 3 times.
Okay, I was gonna say I can rotate 3 times. That way, I'm still looking in the mirror 3 times.
Pizza.
What's up?
Just look at me. Pizza. If you say it 2 times, though, you summon Little Caesar. So you got to be careful.
Oh yeah, I'd be quick on that. I mean, if I could say pizza, pizza in a mirror, and I get fucking Little Caesars, I wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't need to.
That'd be a new commercial. If we see a commercial where they have a bunch of teenagers playing like Bloody Murder, and someone says, "Oh, let's try this out," and he goes, "Pizza," and then Little Caesars just appears in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I mean, pizza.
Fuck you, Little
Kills
Caesar.
him with a spear and leave a $5 hot and ready.
You just hear screaming, just dragged by her hair into the mirror, and then all the kids eating pizza. God
damn, man, we have let the show run way too long. You can find Nick, who's not here, but you can check him out. He's usually on twitch.tv/LRWarrior11. You can also find him on Twitter and Instagram at LRWarrior11. Feel free to give him a follow. What's up?
LR Warrior.
Yep.
Did he ever get that?
He is not willing to. When I went to visit Canada, he got so drunk that he showed me his dog tag, which revealed the dirty secret. But I was also stupid enough to drunkenly promise that I would never reveal it. So, yeah, I just call it Left to Right Warrior. And lastly, you can find Casual Master Quest at MasterQuestPod. You can also email us at casualmasterquest@gmail.com. And you can also find us on Twitter. Well, you already know that part. Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Casual Master Quest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a quick check because I checked yesterday, but maybe somebody decided to send an email while I between the past 24 hours. So, is there any last thoughts you want to impart on us, Brandon?
I have none. I'm gonna go watch Stranger Things after this.
Good deal. Thank you for letting me drop a bunch of motherfuckers from the island and talking about cosplay. Thank you
Half
for
of the episode.
a little bit more than half, I'd like to think. Anyways, that was Brandon. This was Tyler. Nick will be here next week, and we're gonna have a good one for you this time and next time. But don't forget to never stop the grind. Until next time, guys. Bye bye. What?
Bye.
Bye. I was about to mute myself instead of